I hope you
I'm gonna
guys
be
are ready.
traumatized.
No.
I'm ready. I'm
We'll
ready.
see. It's been a bit. Feel like I say that a lot, but it's not my fault this time. But I'm gonna give you a little like, where are you right now? Because it's been about a month in real life time. Last session began with an introduction of this little spirit named Lilith, who claims that she is a spirit guardian for Virtue. She says that she wants to help and protect and inform Virtue about her surroundings. After that, and after Virtue accepts this little creature as, I don't know, a new pet, whatever you want to call it, our party went to see a performance from the Ace of Hearts at the Bonafet Bar. You remember that? It was very fun. While there, at least Otto saw Ace drunk out of his mind, and just kind of like being harassed by a racist. And Otto saw that he wasn't hurt. And so Otto went back to the party and said, nothing's wrong with him, you know? When inside, you all met a man by the name of Adam Crane, a worker in the Department of Public Affairs for Vouse. He even gave you the little badge to certify it. He asked the party to give him a meeting with the leader of the Ace of Hearts to talk with him about creating more entertainment for the city. You know, the party reluctantly said yes. Up to you if you want to keep with that trade. Adam does offer you all 750 gold and a scroll so that you can update him on
Huge.
your findings. Only
Cash
if
money money.
you actually complete it, you know. During the performance, you met the main performer going by the name of Joker. Don't know if that's a stage name or not. You saw Nux's performance of magic, Ace performing a seductive ballad. The party had to stop some people from attacking the performers. The audience hated the group at first, but ended up loving them by the end of the show, half because nothing went wrong. So, congratulations, you've helped the image of these changelings a little bit. You all went backstage to congratulate the cast. You found Nux, who introduced you all to a woman named Krista King, a higher up in at least the Suit of Hearts. The party tried to find their way to get to Ace to ask him about Adam Crane's proposal and, you know, protect him from this thing that's trying to attack him, from what Krista said. But after a bit of interaction, figuring out how to get to him and all that, Krista gave you all a key to the apartment that Ace is working at this night. She told you all to wait for about 3 hours, and if he doesn't make it out by then, go in and make sure he's okay. But with that is when we bring it back to you guys.
Yay.
What are you all going to do?
I believe our plan was to, if I remember correctly from a month ago, was to find this place and then linger around for the rest of the remaining hour.
Yeah, I believe so. Didn't we like ask where it was and we got directions and that's where we were heading now?
That is
Something
correct.
Something about the river?
So we're actively like heading to that place right now, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess
That does sound about right.
well, we're probably heading in that direction. I'm probably gonna hold Virtue sleeve so when I do this I'm not gonna bump into something stupid. Claire, you remember a while ago how I talked about the pseudo dragon swallowing that one lady because she left the place?
Yes, I do remember.
I want to check on her really quick.
Okay. What do you want to do specifically, or just a general idea of what's happened?
Considering how the pseudo dragon's probably flying above, or at least trying not to seem too inconspicuous, is probably just watching to make sure either no one is like trying to sneak up on her or is like nothing bad because you know changelings don't get the best rep, so make sure no one's trying to jump her and just to make sure that she's not, you know, getting hurt.
Okay. So you hold on to Virtue's sleeve. No verbal confirmation needed. You just do it anyway. And you sort of shift your consciousness into this pseudo dragon. I'm assuming you only sent one, but you can. Did you only send one?
I believe I sent two. I sent two for her.
Okay.
7 of them.
All of them.
I have an army.
So
Swarm of
you.
bats just following her.
Oh my god. It's like, why is it
Have
so
to make
dark
sure, have to
above
make
me? It's just a shadow of pseudo dragons watching her. But you shift into one of the two pseudo dragons, and that have been falling around Ray throughout the day. And both of them seem to be hopping and flying from rooftop to rooftop, staying out of like sight line from both Ray and the rest of the city. And you see that she seems to be working odd jobs to make money of like shuttling people, giving directions for money. At one point, she goes and helps Nux with, throughout the day, not now, but helps Nux with newspapers, a bunch of odd jobs. People do look at her weird for not only being a changeling, but a woman, because, you know, misogyny, it always exists. But it doesn't seem like anything or anyone has tried to get to her or tried to attack her or is looking at her longer than any normal person would if they're racist, you know.
Okay.
So for now, she looks safe.
All right. No odd people or anything.
Not that you
Even
can
on
see.
even on the roofs, because I remember some interesting details.
If you want to make an investigation check,
Sure. Am I using mine or theirs? Because technically it's my conscious, but I don't know if I'm using the.
that I'll let you use
Pseudo
yours
dragons.
because
Yeah,
you're the one
so-
making the decision.
Perception's a mental stat. So yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh, Claire, I sent you the fake name that I'm using for Virtue because I forgot it and I panicked and I refound it.
Gotcha.
Have to make
Hey,
sure
I
you
knew
don't
the
lose
first
it.
name, did not remember the last name, so that's nice.
That is honestly fair. You said
Yeah.
investigation, correct?
Yes, I'm gonna pin this to our chat so I
We
don't
are.
forget.
We're looking at a 19.
Okay. So with your 19, you do get a good scope of the people around here. There's not that many people to begin with, especially very few people like interacting or around Ray. And with this investigation, it kind of confirms that there aren't any people looking at her. There's some shady characters, but it's more because they probably don't have a house and they are probably using some sort of drug to get them by as they kind of live in alleyways, but they don't really seem to give a shit about anything but themselves. So that just kind of
Okay.
confirms it that yes, there's nothing following her at this time.
Okay. I'll probably leave it at that point.
She can
Okay.
handle herself. She's proven capable.
Is there
She almost
anything
lost her
you'd
leg.
like to do on your way to the apartments? I won't have you role play trying to find it because you got very clear directions from Krista.
Where the fuck is this place?
I think she said her. I think she said her right.
No, it's left, right,
Open
left.
roll 20. I have a
No.
map for you to follow to find the right apartment.
Wait, are you dead?
No.
What to say like that?
I
Damn.
got scared for a second.
What to say like damn, Claire? No,
No.
look, it's left, then right, not that way.
Guys, I know
God.
I'm into role playing, but not that much. Jesus.
Anyways, I can't think of anything I'd do during the walk.
No, Virtue's just like holding on to Otto's shoulders
Yeah, I
to
think
make
it's
sure they
kinda-
don't.
Yeah, I think it's kind of obvious what I was doing because I think how it was described is that I look like a blind person when I do this.
Hey,
In my head, it's because, like, you know, being Quinn and, like, you're basically a facet of him. I always imagine your eyes roll into the back of your head and it's just two black eye sockets. Just like his
That would be-
face.
I like that one better actually. That let's do that. Even though I'm pretty sure it'd terrify the shit out of anybody.
Hey
that
man,
was
you know,
looking at
they're
Otto.
used to it. They've seen you do it before. Maybe the first time, but
I mean more of like outsider people. Yeah, like can you imagine?
Oh,
Just be
yeah.
guiding this person with black eyes.
Oh my
You
god.
think maybe this is the first time Maverick has seen that?
Oh, definitely.
For
This is the
you,
first time.
yeah, it would be the first time you see it.
I can imagine like Maverick sees like Otto like grab onto Virtue. She doesn't think anything of it, but then she sees Otto's eyes just like roll to the back of like her head, and then they just turn
God.
black, and she just stops, like stares for a moment, and she's just like she's questioning it for a moment, but then decides not to question it. She's just like, oh, okay.
Don't worry, they're not possessed. They don't need your specialty.
I'm just gonna put my hand on Maverick's shoulder and do a little. What is it? Thaumaturgy. And make my eyes turn like pitch black and just go, what's the matter?
I like to imagine one day some random person's gonna walk up to Otto and be like, back, you unholy demon, just throwing fucking.
Y'all are just bullying the new one.
Water.
What the hell?
It's
And
fun.
Maverick just like stares at Rock Crusher, just like I've already seen her
I'm
on.
just
them.
fucking with you.
Yeah, I guessed.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. That was a pretty good one.
Ah!
Here, check this out. I just make someone's door fly open.
Yeah,
Ow, why the fuck did this door hit me in the face?
Ooh, shit.
You just see a scrawny old man walk out and say, "Get out of here, kids these days," before going back into his house and slamming the door.
He hears ominous whispers for up to a minute.
Oh, the voices are back.
This isn't happening. This isn't the war. That's over.
It's time. It's time, old man.
you are absolutely vile.
Have you seen this group?
It's one of you a Victorian like lady. It's fire. That's fire.
This is just vile.
Absolutely
Oh my
incompetent.
I have to refind her accent.
She was just like,
Dude's just going
like
through so
completely
many
deadpan.
accents. I like to imagine
Maverick having an identity crisis.
Yeah, imagine Maverick like pulls out a bunch of fucking cards, be like, all right, well, where's my accent? No, that's Italian. No, that's not one.
I think I can do an Italian accent.
Come on.
It's to me.
No, you could do it.
Oh,
What do you mean? I can't do an Italian
Oh,
accent.
no.
That's so
Alright.
bad.
You know what?
That's so bad.
Alright, you can never run for president now.
You just made all of Italy cry.
Lost the entire Italian American vote there. Sorry.
I like to imagine we're like walking and talking, and just doing this, and we're just bullying Maverick.
It's like,
and
what is
Maverick-
it? What is Italy? Whatever it is, you're doing it wrong, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
God.
I'm lightheaded.
Okay.
Anyways, back to
Oh my god.
Lock in, guys. Lock in.
back to
It's like, eyes up
to the
here. Eyes up
apartment.
here.
I'm never
Jingle, jingle, people. Let's focus. Oh God. Anyways, so continuing.
Continuing
to the
on.
place. Yeah.
Yep.
So you were told by Krista, just for some context, that these apartments that you're going to are on the nicer side of town. Not directly next to the river on the main stretch of road, but pretty close. Again, I don't have unfortunately, I'm sorry, I don't have a map for you to find specifically what apartments it is. But it's okay. You know, Krista told you, go down the river. Once you reach the first bridge, take a left down the street leading farther away. After about a 5-minute walk, you'll find a massive building similar to a skyscraper in all but name. Walls covered in glass and a sign hanging down the front revolving door that says Reverend Apartments. After about 3 hours, Ace should walk out on his own. But if he doesn't, he's probably dead. Her words, not mine. You follow these directions, thankfully, unless one of you wants to make a survival check to see how much you get lost along the way. No takers? Fine.
No.
Fine.
Well,
I don't have good survival.
I do have good survival, but it's rolled poorly.
You know, it
Bro,
takes you down a
holy.
few wrong turns, but it's okay because you find that massive sign that says
I have
Revan
a 25 on
Apartments.
server. I got a 25 on server.
Okay,
It's just
great.
sick.
So you know where you're going, thankfully.
I was holding the map upside down. My bad.
Yeah. You know, Rock Crusher and Virtue have a full argument in the middle of which direction to take. You know, natural
No, we're here.
semantics,
Okay, we
semantics.
just passed the well. We're here, okay?
But
Yeah,
after
I have a strong feeling that we should trust Virtue more.
So help me God, if someone else complains, I will turn this cart right around and give him straight
I
home.
have 4 eyes for a reason. I could see better than all of you combined.
That's a lie.
But
Four
You
eyes.
just lie.
you could use the insult 4 eyes and it's actually true, you know?
For
Yeah,
real.
literally.
Actually.
Actually, you follow those directions and make your way to a building just as she describes. Seeing this building a bit closer and in person, you recognize some features that are pretty important to you to remember. Otto, at this point, you have left your pseudo dragons alone to continue to follow Ray, and you're back.
Mm-hmm.
Some key features. You see that the front door is locked, and you see that it must be opened by inserting a key into respective rooms on a wall of keyholes from what you can see from afar. There seems to be a fair amount of foot traffic around. There are many people walking around that are living in higher status than most other people. Not sketchy people. Don't feel like you have to clutch onto your purse, thankfully. There is still plenty of garbage around. You know, it can't be Vouse if there's not absolute shit covering the floors. But the people around you, they don't look to be poor. They're not looking for food. They're not trying to sell sketchy items to you. And there also don't seem to be a lot of people standing watch outside of this apartment. No security. The only security is this locked door. There does seem to be a bit of places to hide out. There's a few alleyways hidden. There's one specifically on the side of this apartment, as well as one in between 2 buildings across the street from the apartment. The alley that is right next to the apartment seems to be better for hiding, but worse for being able to see what's going on around you, if that's something you're interested in. And the alleyway across the street seems to be much better for a view on the streets, but much worse for hiding. So what would you all like to do?
Not all at once now.
Well, we can hide. We do the little hidey bit.
I can just have a pseudo dragon have a better view from the street, and we can just hide at that point.
I like that idea.
May I ask why are we
Without a
hiding?
trace.
I mean, for all we guess we don't have to.
Well,
I was just wondering where the suggestion of hiding came from.
God.
I
Should
said
we
hide
hide
out. I didn't say hide specifically.
Oh, well.
Hide out.
Okay.
Of just
that
like
makes more
places to wait. You
Oh,
could,
no,
if you
okay,
want to
well,
wait.
that's-
Sorry,
Because
God is
everyone's like,
interrupting.
yeah, we're hiding.
God
we're
is
hiding,
interrupting.
and I'm like, oh, why are we hiding? Did I
that's
miss
just
something?
fun. Like,
We're forgetting how to D&D.
God,
We
been a
all
while.
just heard hide.
God damn it.
We heard
Hide,
the
hide.
single section.
like the hide.
Hi.
I mean, we could just. What? How long do we have to wait again?
at
right
this
now?
point you have 2.5 hours to wait.
I mean, what are we really hiding from? Like,
God.
we're cool.
I think Virtue's gonna go over to one of the little hideout areas and just find a place to sit that isn't next to any, suspicious looking areas. Like,
You can hope.
like
Is there any suspicious looking areas?
Suspicious as in people or something that could attack you, or just disgusting.
It looks like the kind of place like you'd Is there like a burning barrel or something?
Like, either looks like there's homeless that are heading out there, or like not next to some dark alley where someone could just grab you.
Hey, make a perception check.
Woo! Ooh, that's a okay number. Let me look. Perception. Can I math? Yes, I can. 21.
God damn it.
So, out of the 2 alleyways and the street, the alleyway that's right next to the hotel or these apartments, seems a bit rank, we could say. It's a bit like, I don't want to say like liquidy. Like there's some sort of puddle in the back of something. No people, thankfully, but it seems that, most of the garbage is dumped into this alleyway and isn't picked up for a very long time. The one across from the street seems to have, just general dry trash, which is better than wet trash, and also no people. And then the street seems to be the cleanest. And the people there are like, there's a good amount of foot traffic, but these people are a bit more high of money. They might notice people that seem a bit off. Like, you've already gotten a few eyes of you, specifically, like, why the fuck is there a dragon in Faust right now? But, that's just them. So you definitely be noticed if you were to wait out in the street. But it's up to you where you want to go.
Does the alley that's next to it with the wet trash, is it like a dead end, or does it
Yes.
have... I mean, if there's no one in there, then there's really no harm in standing next to a dead end. That's my vote. I'm not gonna go in there.
It's just a
Hang out by
smell.
the wet trash. Well, I'm going to hang out by the dry trash.
Damn. Splitting the party with where they're gonna wait.
Dry trash gang.
Making a war.
Is the dry trash alley also a dead end?
No, the dry trash alley is not a dead end.
I'm
Personally,
saying over
I'm-
here.
I'm going to be aware of potential sneaky people behind me then. Which I'll be able to hear because of the trash on the floor.
Kasha, why do you insist on going over there? Why don't we just all stay together?
I'm just giving us like extra view,
Alright, but just make sure to yell very loudly as you normally do if something happens.
That'd be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
I don't know.
Fast forward like an hour, like he was so young. Like
Last time
What's happened?
someone said something like that, someone ended up seeing God.
Yes, I wonder who that was.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I get that look. I wonder who.
Anyway, who is staying with me by the front of the hotel?
I
By the
was
dead end?
I
I will
think I will.
be.
you.
Hey, with
Trash.
Then I suppose I will go with Rock Crusher just to even out the odds.
Alright, same goes to you. If anything happens, yell loudly.
Jumping my
Or
vibe.
I can send a giant fire thing into the air.
Well, that also works.
Fine. Just a big
Oh.
cone of flame.
That's totally not gonna have people wonder if there is an arsonist in the city.
No, totally not.
Be the
Totally not.
first.
Arson around.
Jesus.
So,
Lord.
Yeah.
Why
what
do I
you
do
want
these
to
things?
talk about for the next 2.5 hours?
Don't play cards.
Oh, do you guys want something to do for the next 2 to 4 hours? Everyone choose a number. Between 1 to 4, you cannot choose the same number.
Or
I pick 3.
Okay.
Chooses two.
I heard
3.
I heard a 3. I heard Otto, what did you say?
I said 2.
2.
I
And
said 4.
I said 1.
Oh, well, look at that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Otto,
We're all dead.
Oh, great.
Can you make a religious check for me?
Well, you're with me, so
And virtue.
Ooh.
Can you
Had to
make
say
an arcana check for me?
yes, I can. Let me use this.
I got a natural 20, which makes it a 25.
Okay.
What dice do I want to use? Wait, I'm having indecision.
I have been using my metal dice. It
I'm gonna
hurts
use-
my hands.
Maverick
I'm gonna use
and
the eyeball.
Rock Crusher, the odd boys won, so you're good.
Gang.
That's a soft 20.
Okay. We'll start with Otto.
Oh, great.
So, as you're sitting around, not all the way towards the wet trash in the back, but, in this alleyway for 2.5 hours, you take some time to look over yourself a little bit. Make sure you have all your materials, check your outfit, check for a pulse, even though, like, you've grown accustomed to the fact that there isn't one, it's just out of habit. And you expect the same results. You forget that you don't have a heart, and then you move on. You place 2 fingers right under your chin, on your neck, and sit for a second. You hold a few seconds longer than you usually do. And after a moment of waiting, you feel a pulse.
Ha!
Your fingers pick up a small thumping feeling. Shocked, you move your hand down towards your chest. Maybe it was just a fluke, of course. Your head thinking that something was there, like a phantom pulse. That's got to exist, right? But again, your hand feels a very faint, but very much there, small thumping sound from where a heart would be.
I would like immediately look at Virtue and be like, hey, like hold out their wrist and be like, can you check if I have a pulse? I think I'm feeling shit.
Sure. Virtue will walk over and, like, take their wrist and check.
You hear the ba-bum, ba-bum
There's
of a
rat
heartbeat.
living in your chest.
Oh, you do. You have a pulse. It's faint, but it's there.
I shouldn't have a pulse. I'm supposed to be dead. Something is wrong. There is a problem.
You might want to check in on your patron then.
Shit, I gotta start making them balloon animals again. Fuck.
Balloon animals.
That's how I can't teach through many ways. Balloon animals, a show. One time I had to fucking. They gotta do a whole play.
Well, alrighty then. What was the Arcana for?
Oh, well, we'll get to you. I haven't
Okay.
forgotten.
Okay.
Okay, trust me. Otto, you see Lilith, who was sort of circling around, hovering around Virtue's shoulder, sort of bounce over to you. And she says, "May I?" as she holds up a little flame that you've grown accustomed to seeing as her hands.
Sure. Got nothing really else to do.
She places her tiny little hand on the left side of your chest, and after a few moments, she starts to circle around you, talking as she moves. It's harder for me to sense what's going on now because I'm a spirit, but you said that you were a reborn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Who is your patron?
Quinn.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. You said what?
Quinn, you know.
Quinn Lockwood.
I know who he is. Beside the point. From my best judgment, it seems as though your soul is slowly entering your body again. Most souls, like mine,
Oh.
become attached to a person after we die. That's how Shearer Blades are born, after all. After our holders die, we either remain bonded through Omega or move on to the afterlife. I don't know why yours would be returning to your body, but that's the best I can do. There might be some sort of a spirit weaver here in the sector that could help you with what's going on and look better at your situation.
I'm so confused. I've been told so many things, and I don't know how to feel right now.
It's okay, it's just that your body is defying the laws of nature, and I don't know why. It's that simple.
You know, you say it like it's a good thing, but
It's fascinating.
On the bright side, that means your soul's coming back. I mean, not that I have
Well-
anything against warlocks, but you having your own soul is definitely better than someone else having it.
Well, the thing is, from my understanding, Quinn didn't have my soul. Midas did. He had.
Well,
Quinn
that's
had rights
even
over
better
my
that he
body.
isn't there.
It's. I don't know how to feel right now, but we definitely need to get this checked out.
I think.
Sorry, really quickly, Claire. Do I still feel like Quinn's magic? Because technically, that is what this is. Quinn's magic. I
Make
still
an
feel it. Like, it's
Arcana
not
check.
weakening. Let's see. Where's my Arcana? There it is. It's a +0. Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
You got this.
A 10.
Better than
You-
a 1.
That is true. It definitely feels like you have magic still. But with your roll, can't really tell for what it's
Really
from.
quickly. Oh, I'll let you continue.
No, you just don't really know where it's from because of the roll.
I want to check on my pseudo dragons. Like, I'm gonna call one over and like look it over, like, because the pseudo dragons are part of the pact that I have with Quinn. So if it's not Quinn, I technically shouldn't have the pseudo dragons, from my understanding of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I call over pseudo dragons, they will show up, and they themselves do not look any different. Correct? So how I always imagine these pseudo dragons is that they always had elements of Quinn in them. Like, they didn't exactly look like pseudo dragons.
One's wearing a
but-
top hat.
Yeah, like they'd have like they look really. they
One
look
has a
really
little bow
funny,
tie.
like- yeah, and every so often, for shits and giggles, they'd look like a person. Not anyone in particular. Like one day, one of them looked like Virtue. The other day, one of them looked like Rock Crusher.
That
Of
would
course.
confuse the shit out of Virtue.
Just fucking with you. Well, how many are you calling back?
How many? I'm calling 3 of them.
Okay. You summon back 3 of these pseudo dragons, and it looks like they're still okay. They're a bit skinny,
Nothing.
but could be from the food, maybe.
They don't eat. So they look skinnier than normal, than how they're supposed to look.
Yes, they do.
Virtue, I think something's wrong. Like, horribly wrong.
Yeah,
I
it
think
could,
something's with Quinn. Because I shouldn't have organs.
could I look these little pseudo dragons over? Even though
If you
they're
want
not
to.
mine, but I could.
I mean, pseudo dragon. I mean, there's always normally one or
Oh,
two.
that's a better
Virtues
roll.
see them, like literally every day.
I actually got a 22 on that one.
Wow! Well, look at that! Well, look at that. Well, looking over them yourself, you don't see them very often, but you have seen them before. And it does look like they, not necessarily smaller, but just like thinner. Like you could see a spine poking out the back, which is signs from a lizard that it's a little bit underweight. But other than that, they're looking and acting normal.
Well, if something is happening to Quinn, then it probably would be best to get into contact with him sooner than later.
I was planning to talk to him today, but we still have like an hour or so, correct? How long do we have?
Clear.
Oh shit! Sorry, forgot that was my responsibility. It's been about 30 minutes, so you have about 2 hours left.
Yeah, I think we still have like 2 hours. I think I'm gonna do that now, because I don't want to wait around.
Alright, well, why don't we tell the others what you're doing as well, so they're in the loop, and we might want more
Yeah.
bodies up here to make sure that it isn't interfered with.
Yeah, that works.
Virtue's gonna do a little jog over to the dry trash gang.
Of course.
They're like playing cards the entire time.
Go fish.
You two. Rock. Maverick.
Yes.
So, is Rock Crusher here?
Yes.
Henry. Okay.
Yes, I'm still here.
You sound like something's
So,
wrong.
Remember?
not terribly wrong, but there might be something wrong with Otto's patron,
Oh dear.
Fuck that guy.
and Otto wants to now go and check in on Quinn, seeing that and I'm not quite sure what sort of ritual it will be, something about balloon animals. And I was hoping maybe I could have you two with us to make sure no one interrupts and goes into the alleyway, because I can't always do the best at protecting.
That's fine, yes. I am more than willing to accompany you.
Fine.
Thank you. We'll jog back over to the wet trash corner.
Like she's like, oh. Well, this is unpleasant.
This is your crib? What the hell?
Fun times. We love it.
Sorry, I guess I'm more used to it than you all are. Alright, Otto, I have them here to hopefully stop from any sort of intrusion.
Yay.
Good,
Alright,
good luck is the best I could say.
Yeah. Alright, let's go do this. And I guess I will try to speak with Quinn or try to summon Quinn, or one of the two. Whatever I can really get my hands on.
Make one more religion check.
Yay.
Only one. Ooh.
Hmm.
A soft 20.
Okay. You start this ritual. Usually it begins with some sort of prayer to him because, you know, he loves his ego boosted.
Yeah.
Working with your pseudo-dragons, all the fun shindigs. The rest of you look on going, what the fuck is this, a puppet show? It's really weird to look at, but, you know, beside the point. And as you finish your ritual, you see from the wet trash in the corner, you start to see movement from one of the trash bags.
Mhm.
You see that something is sort of digging out of this trash bag. And coming out of it is a tiny little white mouse in a suit. A little black suit with vertical gray stripes on it.
Lovely.
It scurries up to you, not getting too close. And it gets up on its back 2 legs and sort of like holds its little hands out. And then all of a sudden, it splits down the middle. And coming out of it is tons and tons of rainbow-colored confetti. It shoots up in the air, and it reads as something as it's coming shooting from the air towards your faces, and it says, "Fuck off, I'm busy," before sort of getting into your eye. A lot of it going towards Rock Crusher for some reason. I have no clue as to why. But you have to blow it off of your faces, and that's all that happens.
Well, I think Quinn is handling more godly problems above us right now.
Yeah, I see that. All right. Well,
You know he's alive.
thank God he's alive and responding. Jesus.
If he had the time to respond, it must not be that bad.
As long as he's responding, at least it means that I'm not like losing him as a patron.
Oh,
Because then I'd be fucked.
so
I
I think
could
this
do
is
shitty
Maverick's.
things, you know.
I
Like,
think this is Maverick's first time seeing Quinn. We're just slowly gonna look at Maverick's face.
Not even seeing Quinn, just seeing a mouth fucking explode.
She looks
So Maverick doesn't
mortified.
even know what the fuck happened.
She looks mortified. She's just got this like, maybe there's like a little tiny little speck of like mouse blood
Yeah,
on her face.
sounds about
It's
right.
just like
Just
she just
Richie
wipes it off and just
the
like
confetti out of Maverick's hair.
Otto is just like getting up from the ground, walks over to Maverick, being like, "Are you okay? Is this not like a daily occurrence?" Like half jokingly.
Emma eats the mouse.
you're
Gives the cork, the dead.
that? Did you
Say that
just
again?
eat that mouse?
Yeah,
was doing that, his cat.
yeah, it exploded. No, I didn't eat the mouse. But my
Big
cat.
T method.
Well,
Granted.
your patron is a gem.
Very,
Oh,
very
you
much
should
so.
see.
Mm.
You should have seen the regular encounters where he's actually here. This is just
He once hid in
Even-
one of our friends' boots. It was very funny.
he has fun ways of popping up. Let's just say that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he sucks. It's a dickhead.
He's helped us on
Whoa!
multiple occasions.
Let's tone it down.
You hear Lilith peek up. Do you not like him?
An asshole.
Shit. Like
Preys
usual.
on the vulnerable.
How about you,
I'm
Virtue?
not, so I'm cool.
Do you like him?
I would say that out of all of the gods that I have met, the brothers in general have been the more understanding and pleasant kind. I feel like I can read more into Quinn, but I don't quite have any sort of strong feelings towards him.
Okay.
I do believe he's more misunderstood than anything.
Misunderstood.
Lilith doesn't
Yes.
respond to that.
I understand his ass pretty well.
Rock Crusher's ready to fight him the next time he sees him. We could just say that.
Yeah.
Well, no, you kick my ass.
I'm-
Fuck, he's a deity.
I'm not going
I can
to
still be
have
a
this
hater.
conversation with you, Crusher. Anyway, I suppose if you two wish to, you could either stay here or you can go back to your dry trash. I'm simply staying here because I want to see if Ace leaves.
Yeah, I'll stay here as well.
dry trash or no dry trash?
That is the question.
She like looks like Rock Crusher.
Dry trash.
Dry trash? Okay. Dry trash, I guess.
What the hell is going on here? Wow.
I think Virtue's still just keeping an eye on the hotel
Yeah.
Yeah.
apartment.
Well, speaking of Virtue, that was a really good segue. Didn't even have to do it myself. Virtue. It's gonna be just me and you here.
Oh.
Because of your passive perception, you usually have a keen sense of your surroundings. That's a blessing and a curse. You can see everything, but that means you always feel like there are eyes on you. Especially now, because you're hiding your identity. You find yourself looking over your shoulders every once in a while to make sure that no one's looking at you weird. And you do the same while you're sitting around here. After the whole thing with Otto's still having, mental panic attack. Don't have to worry about that at the moment. The other two abandoning you to go back to the dry trash. You're kind of just alone to just look around. You check behind you to the left, nothing. Check in front of you, no, still nothing. Directly behind you, nothing again, but there is nothing, and that's what's kind of keeping you on edge. And a few moments later, you check behind your back again to see a man standing there. He has his legs spread to the length of his shoulders, shoulders hunched forward, his head tilted downward so that you can barely see his face, and his hands tightly clenched into fists. He's wearing much older clothes than everyone else. Doesn't even seem like a modern fashion style. And he doesn't move. But you can tell that he is not happy to see you. What do you do?
I think Virtue's gonna draw their knife and prepare to dodge, but try to stand there, stare.
Stand intimidatingly behind him. Behind Virtue. Yeah.
No, you're over by the other side of the street. You get back, you're over there.
Oh, okay. You're in wet trash zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we see this occurring from dry trash land?
From where you are positioned, you can see Virtue turning around, but you don't see what Virtue's looking at.
Do I get the vibe, considering she's just pulled a knife?
Seeing that you're Rock Crusher, yes, you do get
It's been
the
like
vibe.
we've been like doing this shit for like 2 years, like at least a year in game time.
Yes, you have that keen sense about you.
All right, I'm gonna. Where is it? Dimension door. I'm gonna grab
Whoa.
what's her face, Maverick, and I'm just gonna dimension door behind where I think this person is stood. So like the back of the dry trash land. Sorry, wet trash land.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
I
going into
forget-
the
was this
swamp?
Is this
Uh,
in the alley? Did he
Yes.
just manifest? Okay.
You turn
Yeah, it should
around
be.
and there's a man there, and then
Two.
behind it you see a man and a woman there. Rock Crusher, Maverick. I don't know if you necessarily have a choice in this matter because
Yeah, no,
It does say willing creature.
she's
Well-
willing to go with him. She's just a little bit like startled, like, oh,
Confused.
what's happening?
there you go.
Okay.
You dimension door to the back of this alley. Maverick being behind Rock Crusher when this happens, you get your foot smashed in some weird goo-like structure. It's fine though. It's just a little bit nasty. And both of you look around. You see Virtue pointing the knife, but you don't see anything else.
Ooh, shit, I'm seeing shit.
Dude, what the fuck?
Virtue, is something wrong?
Honestly, Virtue wasn't pointing the knife. I kind of just had it drawn. I guess, is this person moving at all?
Yes, they are. In fact, the man tilts his head upwards to face yours fully, And seeing his full face, you recognize him. He has a strangely shaped mustache, deep blue eyes, and these sideburns that you remember from your youth. You specifically remember that you killed him. He should be dead, but he's standing right in front of you, and he's not happy.
Is this a particular person with a name I should know, or just...
No, there's
I see.
no name to it, but you vividly remember basically every face, even though it takes up most of your memory.
Like, Virtue just, like, kind of, like, looks at Maverick and Rock Crusher, and then is just slowly backing away. As they now look
Virtue?
towards this very, this not seen being.
You good? Start like walking towards Virtue.
Virtue.
I'm curious, are they gonna walk through him?
If you wait
Well,
long, do you want to wait to see?
Virtue's just gonna back up slowly, but
We
I'm
like
not like
do
running
something
away.
to get the impression whether Virtue's just having like a psychotic episode or if she's like actually seeing something or
This
or
is
she's
a
just like sleep deprived.
well, because of the lack of mobility in Virtue's face, because of, nerve damage from scars, you can't necessarily see what's going on. If one of you want to do an insight check on Virtue, you can do that.
I will attempt an insight.
But
check.
it sounds like
I will-
Virtue's going nonverbal, so
I will give you inspiration on that. Add a d6 to that.
Add a d6 to my 18.
but as they're
What?
rolling this, you see that as you're backing up and the two are walking forward, you see the man's figure sort of wobble a bit as they walk through this person and cut off your line of sight from him. But you can tell, like, from specifically, like, the bottom, like, under, in between Rock Crusher and Maverick's legs, that he's still there! You just can't see him fully because they're in the way. But what was your insight?
I got a 21 for my insight check.
You can tell that, Virtue's eyes are sort of twitching and, like, looking behind him, like, hand is shaking a little bit. Virtue is definitely on edge, intense about something. There's a reason that they have their knife out, you just don't know why.
Virtue, after seeing them walk through it, is kind of gonna like mumble. Wait, I'm being nothing.
I'm just gonna like step to the side. Because she's like eyes are locked like where we are. Just start like pointing in areas until I'm like pointing directly at this person. Is the person walking towards Virtue?
I don't know.
She's stationary.
You don't know that there's a person there.
Well, is the thing moving? Because I'm just like pointing fingers and
Sorry, my mom was talking to me. I was gonna have Virtue kind of like mumble to themselves. Actually, I want. Lilith, is that really there?
Oh no.
Goodbye again.
Bye.
Here, just,
Sorry,
it's
my dad.
gonna be okay. Okay. Yes, he is there. Don't look at him in the eyes and you'll be fine.
Okay, Virtue like closes her eyes and like looks away. It's like, oh god.
Virtue. So someone there?
Not
Here?
someone
There?
that you can see, no.
But we just like
We can't. So we
move.
can't.
Ghost. I'm guessing it's a ghost. Apparently, I can see. I didn't
It's a-
know that. I didn't know I
it's
could
a-
see.
It's a ghost.
Shut the fuck up.
Should we move somewhere else?
That's really helping.
Sorry, no, that's not helping at all. Do you want us to
Would
like?
you like to move somewhere where you are not in this alleyway?
No, it's fine. Just please keep an eye out for Ace. Hopefully they'll go away. Will they go away, love?
Okay.
Depending on the one, here's something that you guys can do. If you see Virtue taking the knife that's in their arm and starting to pull it towards their throat, get
What?
it out of the hands. Okay?
Virtue like drops the knife.
Wait, okay, hold up.
Or just, like, give us your knife.
Wait a minute.
Can I,
Okay, if that's gonna be a thing, why don't we disarm Virtue?
Can I,
So
like-
Virtue like dropped the knife so fast, and it's just like, what?
Mine.
Yeah, I'll take that. No, I took it first. Fuck you.
Bagsies.
Okay.
I'm next to Virtue.
Roll for
I
it.
can grab it for you. Fuck you.
Roll for it. What's your dex?
Okay.
Fuck you. Need roll for it. I don't have a good dex. That's not-
Both
Yeah, I
of you
do.
roll sleight of hand checks. See who
Oh,
gets
can I
to
roll
it
sleight of
faster.
hand? Sleight of hand
Sure.
too?
All of you want
Why is
Virtue
everyone
sleight.
fighting for it?
Where the fuck's my sleight of hand? That's a great question.
14.
I have a +1.
I'm not gonna inspire. I guess you can't do it to yourself.
No.
Unfortunate.
I got a 15.
I got it at 20.
Well, look at that.
Maverick.
Maverick, who was in the
is just
back.
doing backflips.
Maverick, who was behind literally everyone. You know,
I end up headbutting Otto, and we all like fall to the ground, and Maverick just walks over and picks it up.
yeah.
Virtue, what do you mean? Put a knife to my friend.
You hear Lilith trying to talk to you, telling you, it'll be okay. I went through them too. It's fine. But it's sort of getting mumbled a bit and being replaced by this ringing sound in the back of your ears. And that ringing sound also intermixes with screaming sounds. Screaming from him. You remember the sound of it. It's very familiar to you. You recognize it. It starts with just him, but then it spreads to more than just that, and more and more and more, until you can't hear anything, and you almost instinctively want to cover your ears. I'll let you choose if you want to do that or not, though. Do you want to try and cover your ears?
Can I?
Will we be
Can I-
watching Virtue during this?
Can I walk up to Virtue and like put? I want to put my hands on her shoulder and just, it's gonna be all right. And I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good.
Paladin things.
Yeah.
Virtue's probably just covering their ears and probably can see that Maverick's talking to them, but I feel like Virtue instinctually just be like, I can't hear.
What?
I can't hear.
They're so loud.
Does the protection from good and evil do anything?
Well, give me a second, please. One moment. I'll just let you speculate. Virtue. Are your eyes open now, or are they still closed?
I feel like Virtue opened them to look at Maverick, but would
Okay.
probably be close them out of fear.
Virtue, you feel as if these voices are getting louder and louder, and they're sort of like overwhelming all of your senses. But with Maverick's arms on you, you just feel it starting with your shoulders, sort of flowing through your body. You just slowly start to calm a little bit. That doesn't mean it's not painful. You are fighting through this pain that you can feel specifically in both of your arms, specifically your hands traveling up your arms, but it ends at about maybe your elbow on both arms. You can still hear these voices in your head, but after a bit, if you don't open your eyes, you can feel this burning sensation go away. And the voices go away too, and your senses returning back to normal. Other than a pretty fast heartbeat, nothing happens to you.
I feel like Maverick still has like her hands on Virtue's shoulders, just like, are you alright?
Virtue probably is going to slowly open their eyes, and kind of take their hands off their ears and just like look around for a second, just like, think so?
When you take your hands off of your ears, you notice that the back of your palms, or the back of your hands, are... It's a weird thing to describe. They're glowing slightly. Under the skin, it's not like there's this bright light that's on the back of your hand, but underneath it, you almost see a light. It's on both of your hands, and it slowly goes away. The one on your left hand is white, and the one on your right hand is purple, a purplish glow, but they both go away. The man is gone, and everyone is still around you. You are, in fact, going to be okay.
Oh my god. What the hell was that? It was still.
I could explain it to you, but I don't know if you will like what you hear.
I'd rather understand.
I wouldn't expect that she would like it.
Well, what you saw may or may not have been a spirit, probably a vengeful one, trying to turn you into a Sheara blade.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Okay. What would happen if that happened?
Well,
Secret.
sometimes it's good. Like, I have technically they're called owners, but I have someone with me. So you could either, grow a close bond and use each other to make yourself stronger, or it could take you down and kill you.
Oh, lovely.
But it didn't happen, thanks to your friend.
This is gonna be one.
So am I
Thank
going
you,
to have
Maverick.
to be attached to Virtue's hip now to
Well,
prevent this from happening further? Because if I'm assuming that it's going to possibly try again.
oh, maybe not that one, but yes, possibly. You could either do that, or there's probably a spirit guide in this city that can gift you protection from the spirits. And so you don't have to be, constantly attached if you get separated.
We have a lot of shit to have to check out after this. We just want to make sure Ace was fine. This, Jesus.
Yeah, no, let's make sure, since we have about not that much time left over, make sure Ace is alright. Then after we can see if we can find some sort of spirit guide.
Yeah.
Please don't worry. You're going to be okay. I can help you for the most part, and there are plenty of hopeful spirits in this city that don't hate you enough to try and take over your body. You just have to find them.
Alright, but this is new. I can see them?
Yes. Perchance. You won't be able to see all of them. It's just those that choose to be seen. They're all around us constantly, but I probably shouldn't have said that. Trust me, when you can't see them, they can't hurt you. But as soon as you let them into your vision and into your mind, only time will tell what happens.
God, is it out of character? It's gonna be like a horror game. I'm gonna see someone and I'm not gonna be sure if it's fucking real, and I'm gonna be like, nope, eyes closed. Nope, can't.
I
And
see that
Virtue
thing, I hear
develops
that thing.
schizophrenia.
Damn, this makes me want to play Phasmophobia.
Jesus.
Ghost game for real.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts are magical entities
Per se.
per se, and my axe is a magical weapon per se.
That is
Oh my
true.
God.
Would my axe be able to interact with these magical entities, even if I can't see them?
I mean, you'll have to try it to figure it out, won't you?
Swinging his
Yeah.
axe everywhere.
So no monks at a certain level get like magic fists, which let them just punch ghosts.
I mean, I can't tell you until you try it yourself. Is there anything that all of you... Hey, look at you, dry game. Nothing's going wrong. You know, Virtue almost gets possessed. Otto's gaining a heart. The even people, ew. But is there anything that you guys would like to do while you wait for this last little bit of time?
No.
Besides making sure Virtue's fine, can't think of anything.
Virtue's just gonna like sit down,
Do you want like
probably
something
stay
to
quiet for a
drink?
minute, and it's just no.
I feel like Maverick's gonna stay indefinitely near Virtue.
You just see Maverick just sitting next to you.
Yeah.
It's just like, I got you. It'll be okay. It'll be fine.
This is gonna be a very odd question for Victoria. Has Virtue smoked at all yet? Especially like during after this.
Virtue's immediate thought after almost being possessed was not to smoke. No.
It's just reaction.
Damn.
Had to ask.
Can I bum a cigarette?
No.
You can.
I like to imagine Virtue just look at Rock Pressure and just like, no.
Fine. Smoking method is.
Meth.
Whatever, magic meth.
Well, I'll keep you from talking about magic meth anymore, trust me. So,
To me, magic meth's just regular meth, actually.
oh, look at that. Meth is magical. That's the key of this session. But after 3 hours, they all pass uneventful. And what I mean by uneventful, I mean that you don't see anyone that you're really here to see, including that changeling that you're looking for. Can't remember his name. And with Chris's time limit, you expected Ace to be out at least 10 minutes ago. Yet, you have not seen the bleach-skinned man anywhere. What do you want to do?
Really
I guess
quickly,
we're checking on him.
Gonna go pee really quick.
does the place have windows?
Yes, the walls are basically covered in windows.
Uh,
Lighting.
for the windows I can't see out of. I have a pseudo dragon start looking through them to see if any of them have any signs of Ace.
Well, this is a very tall building. It looks...
I was say, what room was it again?
Yeah.
Krista told us a room.
Oh
She
yeah, I
did.
forgot about that. Actually, what room, please?
Do you remember? Or do you want me to say it for you? I guess you have the key, but...
Looks at the key.
The key.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. Don't sound too... Okay. Don't need the attitude. The key is labeled 625.
So the
I'm
sixth
guessing the
floor.
6th floor, room 25. Right. How about while I'm gonna start heading in with Maverick, ideally. And Also, you can start searching the windows. It will be the 6th floor.
What's the room?
25.
Okay. I'll probably give one of the spare pseudo dragons while one goes to check that room if its windows are open or not open. I don't know if they have curtains, but yeah, to go check that room. And if anything is happening, if I don't make it in time, I'll probably tell the pseudo dragon show an image of what's happening in the room.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
You and I are going into the hotel to the 6th floor for room 25. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
We go.
Rock
Virtue's
Crusher,
gonna head
who are
in.
you going with?
Good question. Are we all going into the hotel building?
It sounds
could-
like it, but Otto's just tagging a little bit late.
Well, I'll go with them, obviously, because Virtue's seeing shit.
That is true. Okay, we'll start with Otto because it's the simpler of them all. Otto, this building, it's not built horizontally in a way where you could just look through, like, it's like, oh, one has to start here and then it goes to 25 over here. The building is very rectangular, and so the rooms kind of wrap around the building, so you don't know which room number 25 is. But the pseudo dragons can look around the whole room, or like that whole floor, from the windows. Half of them, because the time, it's sort of like mid-late afternoon, it's pretty dark outside. You can see that most of the blinds are drawn, can't see into the rooms. There are a few people in some of the rooms that you don't recognize. You see like a couple fighting, you're like, ooh, let me avoid that one. You see a man working at his desk. Just normal people doing normal things. You see a few people sleeping with like the blinds open, like they're fully covered with sheets, or they're fully like covered with the blankets. You can't really see anything. From the pseudo dragons, it doesn't look like you can see Ace specifically anywhere on this floor.
And none of these rooms give any indication of what room they are.
Make a investigation check.
Okay. Give me a moment. That will be a 15.
The layout is very much, it's even on both sides, with one being a lot bigger than the rest. Like there's one bigger building or one bigger room on each of the floors, but it's in the very middle. But it's kind of laid out like a hallway where there's like two different sides of rooms on each side. So like you could try to go 1 through 25 in a circle motion. You could go the other direction. It could be like back and forth. You really can't tell just from looking. And it doesn't seem like they have like the numbers of the room on the inside of the rooms. It's just the outside.
Okay. I don't think there's any indication that would give that it was Ace. But Ace is a changeling. So for all we know, it could have been that couple.
Was it arguing?
Yeah, that's for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep having the pseudo dragon flying
At this
around.
point, looking for which room that virtue bursts into.
That too, yes. But for now, like until there's like damned evidence that Ace is in that room, whether it be someone yelling out Ace's name or someone cussing out, like someone being racist, being like, "You damn changelings," something along that lines.
Wow.
That would give either that Ace is in there or that there is a changeling in the room.
Yeah. Okay. One pseudo dragon cycling around. Gotcha. The rest of you walk up to the front door. The front door is locked. The door is made mostly of glass, though, with wooden frames around them. And You saw from looking at the apartments from the outside that the mechanism for this door seems very inventive. It looks like the works of the Mountain Blades, God rest their souls. And to the left of the front door, on the wall of the building, there is a massive, metal box filled with numbers and keyholes on them. It has 3 digits. The third digit ranges from the 100s to the 900s, and the first and second digits range from 1 to 25. Looking inside the glass door, it looks to be a very formal building with beautiful natural woods and in a simplistic style, gosh. And the main room is a decently sized with a large counter facing the front door and 2 human women modestly dressed behind the counters. But you do need to get in first. So what do you want to do?
Okay, wait. There's a code?
Well, there's a bunch of different keys. There's exactly 925 keys, all corresponding to a lock. The best way I can describe it in a modern aspect, it's like when you want to enter a building, or specifically apartments, and you need to buzz into a specific room and they'll let you in. It's simple. It's something like that. But instead of buzzers, it's keys.
Well, I guess since I have the key, I look for the corresponding room and then put the key in and turn it. I think.
You put the key labeled 165 into the 165 box, and you hear the door some sort of latch open as the door starts to be movable or starts to move. So,
going inside. Ah!
Going inside. All of you entering this building, again, does not look like there's a lot of people. Very similar to in sort of inn that you would stay at, you know. Again, in the back 2 corners of the room, you do see spiraling staircases locked off by a gate and a key. In the middle of the room, as described before, there's a large wooden counter and 2 women standing behind it. And they have very emotionless faces, similar to Ray. And on the wall behind this counter, there are an array of keys labeled with room numbers, but there are also 2 keys labeled stairwell keys. The 2 women have noticed you, but they haven't said anything, just behind their desks working.
We're just gonna walk up to the front desk. Hi, I had the key here for room 625 or 125. How would I get there?
Is someone expecting you, ma'am?
Yes.
Well, I can open one of the stairways for you in no time.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Maverick is following close behind.
A little bit too close for comfort, but it's okay.
Hmm.
You just feel
Virtue's hand.
you feel something burning, you know, because it's a fire genasi, so you're just radiating this heat right behind your head.
Yep. I'm very warm.
But
Yep. You don't need a jacket.
yeah, even though it is summer, so it's just a little bit too warm. But one of the women takes one of the stairway keys and opens up their stairway for you and lets you walk up the stairs.
Thank you very much. And for sure, you're going to go up the stairs.
Do all of you join? Just keeping a head count.
Who's coming with me up the stairs?
I'd imagine so.
Upstairs
I'm
we
pushing
go.
if Rock is.
Yep. Okay, everyone's going.
Okay.
Whoa, stairs. Yeah.
Exercise.
Not inconspicuous.
Yeah, this is like the most normal looking people walking up a stairway in the world.
Totally.
Virtue's the only normal looking one.
That is true. Now that you're hiding your identity. Each floor has a very similar format. There's an entrance to the floor. And then it's a long hallway labeled with doors 1 through 24, and a sort of hallway branching off in the middle of the room to what you can assume is room 25. It seems a bit bigger than the rest of them. There's very few decorations in each of this hallway. It's just dark wood floors and walls painted white, but you can expect most of these rooms to be fairly modest, but that 25th one is probably the most expensive of it. But you keep going to your intended floor number 6, I'm assuming. If I said
Yes.
125, that was just me messing up. It is 625. What would you all like to do?
Yes, just once I get to the floor, if it's the same layout, then I would go to the intended room and probably listen to the door
Okay.
if it's closed.
The door is closed. Going down that branching hallway is just a small little hallway that goes to an elegant white door with a golden engraving of room 625 in the center of it. Right above the handle to the door is another keyhole, and when you press your ear behind it, can you make a perception check?
Yes, I can.
With no, you don't need advantage.
Damn.
I got a nat 20 just as you said that.
Well, look at that.
literally said,
I'm
"Nah."
actually blessed with like omnipotence.
Predict the future.
You said, nah, you don't need it. Gets a nat 20. I'm like, oh.
Manifested.
Yup. Nat 20, so that would be a 29.
A 29. You listen, you put
You're
your ear.
breathing.
Okay. Maybe you can hear into the future too, because you hear 2 sets. Like, one is a very. Oh. Never mind. Let me take that back. You hear someone breathing from behind the door. It's not close. It sounds like someone's sleeping behind the door. You can hear one sort of breath. One person.
Virgin,
Yes,
can I kick it?
there's someone sleeping behind there. It might be better to sneak in.
Yeah, but they're sleeping.
We want an open door.
Yes, and then
You've been woken up, surprisingly.
Yes, but we don't know what's going on in there. What
Yeah,
if
you
they're
can't
both
just-
just sleeping?
Maybe they're faking it.
It would be pretty
Hey.
easy to fake sleeping.
I
Um,
can fake sleeping. Look at this.
Let me just open.
That's a little bit too
Let me just open the door and I make a crack. And if I see that they're faking or whatever, then you can go and kick it in right behind
Yeah,
me.
it's not the same though. It's already unlocked.
why don't we just check to see
More
what the
kicking.
situation is?
We're just gonna be like, no kicking, and it's going to.
Have you tried just looking through the keyhole?
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's only a thing in movies because I have tried looking through keyholes. It's jack shit. You can't
Yeah,
see
well-
anything.
Yeah, well, this is medieval fantasy setting. These are like big keyholes.
I will humor you. Can I see anything through the keyhole?
No.
It is 1323, so I'll give you that. It is a fairly big keyhole. It's a small hole. The only thing you can really see is a general layout of the room. You can't see most of it, but you can see that it's all one massive room. It's not like there are any branching off rooms from it. There's a kitchen on one wall, a door leading to what you think is a bathroom, a living area, and then a bedroom, but you can't really see the bedroom that well. So you can see stuff, just not like you can't see any people in there.
But there's no one in the main room. So
Yes.
there's no one in the main room. I think we should just sneak in.
Okay, you can debate the merits of that while I just run to the toilet really quickly, like just before we do anything important.
Oh, hold on, hitting the pause button.
Yeah, this is me actually
How are
going
your
to the toilet.
guys's? How are your guys's day?
You know, it was really great until someone decided to ruin all my fun by going to the bathroom. God, how
Damn.
dare. How fucking dare.
Oh, by the way, I have not forgotten about the Dorado one shot. I have both of the bosses done. I have the story pretty much done. It's just I have to get all the stats for all of the little monsters and such, and that just seems soul consuming, and I've been sick, so.
That's fair.
It sure is.
Hey, Claire, I got a quick question while we're on pause.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you want to have the pseudo dragons work out, but I imagine that it's a summoning thing. Would I be able to, or at least get a feel of sending the pseudo dragons to like where this room's window is now that we're literally standing in front of the room?
Yeah. Yeah.
I also had an idea, question, but you could finish that first.
No, give me both of them.
Both of them. Well, I think mine has more bleeding questions, so you finish that one.
Okay. Thankfully, this room is very recognizable, especially because it's the 25th, the bigger one that's on each floor. You can direct your pseudo dragon to the correct location, and also thankfully it does not have any curtains drawn, so hooray. And your pseudo dragon can look into this room. Again, you don't see any people. I'm describing this room a bit better. Like, the entire apartment is in one large room. You know, you have the living space, kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom all in one large room with no walls.
Mm-hmm.
On the window takes up basically the entirety of the back wall. On one side, which would be in Otto's perspective, not the pseudo dragon's perspective, the right wall has the kitchen. There's a door in this kitchen space on the right wall leading to what you think is a bathroom. There is a living area with a chimney on it in the left corner of the room. And in the middle of the left wall is a massive bed. The pseudo dragons can tell that it looks like there is more than one person sleeping in the bed just because of it looks like there are people sleeping in the bed, but the blankets are covering their heads. So it just looks like lumps in a bed, but you can tell that there's two people.
And it looks like there's like active breathing. Like it's not just one, like it's moving actively, like someone's breathing in it.
I mean, you can't see it that well because the blankets are pretty like ruffled up, but you can tell that one of them is actively breathing, but one of them either has a short, doesn't breathe very loudly or very visually in bed, but you can definitely tell that one person is in there sleeping.
All right, and probably my last question. Does it look like there's any forms of like scuffle, any sign of blood, like anything bad that would indicate this like is really urgent and not just two people sleeping in a bed?
You do notice a few things that I, scuffed over a little bit. You do recognize that there is clothing from two people sprawled out onto the floor, including, suit jackets, dress shirts, dress pants, socks, underwear of two different people on the ground, leading to this bed. And on one side of the bed, you notice that one of the people's hands is laying out, and you can see something red dropping from that hand onto the floor.
Okay.
Pressure, kick out the door.
Whoa.
I'm probably verbally explaining what Otto is seeing as this is happening. I'm gonna say that right now.
Like, as Otto was describing, no, Virtue did say they were going to open the door with the key, and Virtue also is going to go invisible.
Gotcha.
What am I imagining if Rock Crusher actually tried to kick the door and Virtue just opens it, and all you hear is Rock Crusher just thud forward.
But Virtue already was opening the door while you were doing this. I said I was going to open the door as Rock Crusher left.
To be honest, I kind of forgot.
Oh shit, you guys went over.
So, no, we didn't.
The door.
Otto had a question
Otto had-
about. Hold on. Otto had a question about the pseudo dragons, what the pseudo dragons could see. But I already said I was opening the door and entering when you were leaving to the bathroom. So we paused, but then Otto went and got all this information from the pseudo dragons. So Virtue is already walking inside. I'm going to be invisible,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to approach this bed. What do I see in person approaching this?
In person,
Approach the bed.
Rock Crusher, are you trying to sneak or are you...
I'm sneaking.
Okay. Can both of you and everyone, if
gonna-
you're all gonna be sneaking into this room, make a stealth check?
I'm gonna cast invisibility. I'm not doing this.
Maverick will stand guard at the door then.
You are in
Invisibility just gives
armor.
you invisibility just gives you advantage on the stealth check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can still make noise.
I know I can still make noise, but I'm saying that I'm going invisible because I'm pretty sure my stealth is shit. I just wanted to state it that I was going invisible.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's an
Maverick is not
18.
going inside because she has disadvantage for stealth checks. So
I got
Maverick
a
is being very
26.
smart.
I got
I
26.
also have a 26.
Okay.
What the hell?
Keep that in mind, won't I? Virtue, Otto, and Rock Crusher in person, and Maverick a little bit. You can see it from the doorway. In person, you definitely recognize that there are two distinctive people in this bed. You could tell that the breathing is... There is someone breathing in this bed, fully covered. And the person next to it is the one that has, you know, the arm hanging out, and is the one with the, what you can now definitely tell is blood dripping down, does not seem to be breathing.
Virtue's gonna quickly think. Virtue's gonna look to Rock Crusher. I believe I can still speak while I'm invisible. It says if I attack someone or I cast anything.
Mhm.
So Virtue's gonna be like, just be like, kill that one, and then it's going to take off the blanket. And I'm assuming this is Ace,
Which one?
the one that isn't breathing.
Eh?
The one that's not breathing, Ace. I'm gonna move the blanket. Is the
You want
one
me to kill it?
not? Wait, I'm checking. This is Ace. I move blanket. Is this Ace?
I've got my axe out. I'm like, like
He's getting ready to.
Are you moving
I
the
like my mum
blanket?
told me like pick whatever you want from the candy shop.
Are you moving the blanket just to reveal the person that wasn't breathing, or both?
Yes, this the person that wasn't breathing.
Okay. You lift up the blanket just on the person that wasn't breathing, and you see a larger human man with brunette hair and a disgusting goatee. He is
Ooh.
completely naked. His skin is awfully pale, and you could tell that the blood is coming from not only his wrists, but also a slash open in his neck as well.
Like a knife cut or
Okay.
like
You can tell that
Wow.
because in the other hand that wasn't dripping off the bed, you can see a small dagger with a horrible smell on it, not just blood, and something else. And he's not breathing.
I'm guessing there was some use of an inappropriate use of a knife. You know what? I'm gonna lift the other blanket now. I'm gonna like fold it. I want to just fold it so that it reveals their head, not that I'm like ripping the covers off. Just like
It is a-
Who is this?
For real.
just gonna like fold it over to reveal their head.
You pull back slowly the head of this other person, and you do recognize this one to be Ace. His hair, though, is noticeably longer than the last time that you saw him. Instead of short curls that only went down to his ears, it's much wavier that trails down to his cheeks. His skin is very translucent, and you can very much tell where his veins are. Almost see-through, looking like skin, but he is asleep. His...
rocket. Should I go for it?
Does someone want to make a medicine
Yeah.
or survival check?
I would love to.
I have proficiency in medicine
Me
and
too.
survival.
I'm not
Oh.
in the room.
I have proficiency in
This-
survival and not medicine. So
I have English.
Am I doing medicine or well,
Well, I got
I'll
a
do
2 on my medicine.
God
on my
damn it.
medicine. I say it's a 7. Wait, no, that's not. No, it is a 17. Oh my god, I can't math.
Rakusha is so excited by the prospect of potentially getting to kill someone.
Yeah.
I got a
I-
17 on my
all
medicine.
sort of like any genuine like medical knowledge has flown from his head. I'm shaking like a shitting dog, like with my axe, just like looking at Virtue, waiting for permission.
You just see his tail just like
Oh
going
my
at it
God.
behind him.
My tail is wagging.
17.
So, for medicine on both of the people, first of all, you can tell something strange with the man that's already dead is that, yes, he does have slashes on his wrists and his neck, but it doesn't seem like the pure blood loss was the cause of death. Because his body is reacting in a way as if he ingested some sort of poison while he was still alive. On the flip side, Ace, at least his head, because you haven't taken down the blanket, you can tell from specifically his mouth, his eyes are closed, you can't see much, but his mouth, that it's sort of sticky, as if he was, there's two ways you could think of it,
Oh god.
It could be some sort of fluid that he had, or you could tell that it could be a sign of an overdose on his mouth. And in his mouth, you can tell that he has a bunch of unswallowed pills.
Okay, hold on. I
Great.
know I have. Thank goodness I have restoration.
The way you said it. Thank God I have this. Oh, what an inconvenience.
Oh, I guess.
Would it be a lesser touch by a creature that can end even one condition? Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Okay. And
I
then
think
This guy's dead.
considered a poison.
greater
He's not
restoration,
dead. He's breathing.
is-
You saw it.
charmed, petrified, a curse. No, okay, so yeah, it'd be lesser restoration. Virtue will use lesser restoration, which would get rid of the invisibility. And unfortunately, think I'd have to recast my disguise, so it's now just Virtue.
Hey, there's
That
only
would
one
cast-
person in here that would know. Because the other one's
Yeah.
dead.
Yep, and then I'm casting lesser restoration on him, and then I'm also. Yes, pills just fell. I don't want to do this, but like
I feel like I start choking.
I know what I would do in this situation, and what most people would do, like a medical person, which would be probably to remove the pills in the mouth by just like a finger swipe. I really would rather not do this thing. I probably know where that mouth has been.
Damn.
But you know what? Virtue
What the
is going
hell?
to do it anyway.
I think it's better to do it than him wake up and start fucking choking.
Yeah, Virtue's going to quickly, while in the OD stage, I guess, swipe the pills out of her mouth with their finger, and then cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay. As you, with two different hands, are swiping, like using one to swipe away the pills and the other one to cast the spell, do you have to touch Ace to cast the spell? Just asking for friends.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm also putting my hand in their mouth, so
That is true. For no question at all, which hand are you using to cast your spell? And which
Oh, no,
hand
okay.
are you using to swipe the pills out of his mouth?
I imagine left hand casting right hand. Just like a quick motion with your two fingers, just like swipe.
Gotcha,
out the mouth.
gotcha.
So I'm
So
not leaving my hand in there. I'm just like, whoop.
no, you're sticking your hand in his mouth. I getcha, I getcha. With your hand that you've placed, your left hand that you put on, you've very gently, I hope, touched
Yes.
on his cheek. You can start to see the effects starting with where your skin touched as it sort of like flushes back to life. And as you're focusing on like trying not to be grossed out by putting your fingers in Ace's mouth, you can feel him, he's still asleep. You can feel him moving underneath you as you feel a hand reach up from under the blanket and grab onto your left hand. It's not harmful. He's not like violently shaking it or anything. He just like placed his hand on your left hand and is sort of pulling it down into the blanket.
Did I get the pills out of his mouth is what I'm really worried about
You
right now.
did get the pills out of his mouth.
I guess I'm just going to kind of allow this to happen. What is he doing?
You don't pull away, and you feel him pull your hand down and place it onto his chest, where his heart is.
Birch just kind of like freeze and kind of like look at everyone else with like that. What do I do?
Maybe he's having chest problems? I don't fucking know.
No one take a photo of this. He will die.
You know, thankfully Otto's in the middle, so I imagine Otto's already like sketching this, so you just hear pencil faintly. All you hear
There's
is
no nuts later.
can you imagine?
Oh my
yeah, look at the
god.
scene.
If only it was me. No!
Does anything else happen? Is he still asleep? Is he still holding on to my hand, just putting it on his chest?
Well, I should say he, for the moment, is still asleep. It almost seems as though he's kind of like cradling your arm, and he's like almost nuzzling into it like he's a kid. It's very strange to think about and see and feel, but
a virtue feel. I feel stuck now. I feel like a cat just like went on my lap. I can't move. I can't move.
Well, you kind of got two options. Either you wake him up or you try to take your hand away. You're fucked either way.
There is a secret third option.
Is it saying?
do I want to know what he's talking about?
Yeah.
Crap. I don't think I'm getting my hand away.
So you just
But
gotta
also-
stand there till he wakes up?
I don't know what to do. Because I don't want to wake him. Because this is not a character. I don't want to wake him because, and this is also like virtue thought, but don't want to wake him because he just overdosed. So rest is important. But also, I don't know if I can pull my hand away because it literally is now a teddy bear. Help.
Unless you want to try to replace the arm with an object, I don't know what else we could really do.
Alright, can one of you get rid of the body, the other one? I don't know, but I should keep it for your collection. Throw it out the window.
I just pick it up, throw it out the window.
Next you know, all we hear is screaming, and that's how Ace wakes up.
You open the window, unless you just want to throw it straight
No,
through
no,
the
no,
glass
you think
window.
I'm opening the window? Yeah, it's just going straight down.
Oh,
Defend it
okay.
straight and scope.
No.
Okay, gotcha. You gave Rock Crusher the option to do this.
Hold up, before we continue.
Stuffy, anyway.
Before continuing, hold up, anyone check spells? If I have it, I might cast it.
Silence.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Shatter or
Please
something.
don't have silence. So, bad news.
You don't have
You're like,
silence.
yeah,
No
it's-
silence.
that body has already hit the floor outside.
So, Rock Crusher with one hand picks this boy up. He is still naked, but modesty's important. He drops.
What do I grab him by?
It's up to you.
No.
What do you want to grab him by, huh? Respect the dead, Rock Crusher.
Arm and a leg.
Thank you. You grab him by an arm and a leg. He drops the knife that he had in his hands. And Rock Crusher, Otto thinking that they can do something in time. In fact, no, even if you had something, Rock Crusher has already dead set on throwing that man out the window with a very large crashing sound as the glass shatters. And as
Facepalm.
you hear the body hit the floor outside, and you hear someone go, "What the fuck is that?" At the same time, you feel Ace moving.
If he lets go of my head, I'm just imagining if Virtue just basically just hitting the floor, just like ducking so fast.
You see that.
Maverick hears can Maverick hear the glass shatter?
Oh yeah, you can see it. It's right there.
You see,
Okay, and she,
just
like,
throw a dead body out.
She just, because she was standing guard outside the door, like outside the room.
Yes, trying to be.
So, I'm trying to be buddy.
Hey, if you want to run into the apartment after promptly hearing glass shattering and someone screaming, "What the fuck is that?" from outside, you can do that.
That's what she would do. That's her thought. Like she goes and she's like, "What's going on?" Like trying to whisper, yell.
Oh no, it's all cool. We're good.
Virtue, you feel his grasp on your arm loosen enough for you to get out, as you can sense he's waking up.
I'm like, I just ducked down to the floor,
So
like
glad I'm still
hiding.
invisible.
His eyes slowly flutter open. They're glossed over a little bit. He
Can I
doesn't.
disguise myself again?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
He doesn't say anything or even look at any of you. You just see him sit up, stretches with a big yawn as if it was a normal sleep. You see that he also is at least shirtless. Don't want to know what else is going on under that blanket. With some very interesting looking bondage type beat going on, and his body is also sticky. But that's beside the point. That one's not from an overdose, by the way. Don't know if I had to clarify that.
Virtue, now disguised Virtue, is just gonna stand up and brush himself off. Totally not
Traumatized.
Virtue. Totally not Virtue.
Probably
Yeah.
not Virtue.
Definitely not
Probably not.
Virtue.
Probably not.
You see him crack his neck frighteningly aggressively, and almost slurring his words, saying, "Krista, I told you not to worry about me. It's just an overdose. It's not like I'm dying." Before he finally sees all of you. You see him slowly blink, one of those frog blinks with the eyes slowly blinking in different speeds.
Of course.
And he has a slow, almost blank confusion on his face, and he goes, "What are you doing here?"
Came
Nothing.
to check on you.
Just hanging out.
No, I get it. Don't even say another word. He rubs his eyes, yawning again and reaching towards the nightstand and pulling out one of the drawers to start fiddling through it.
What's it?
Yeah.
I think I'm by that nightstand, so
Is there anything in particular he's trying to get?
yeah,
Or
I'm
anything
kind
out?
of looking.
Virtue, you can see it very clearly as he's looking around through it. He isn't even necessarily looking at you. He's very slow with his movements, but you see him pull out a small little jar from the side table. It's a little clear jar that is filled with non-labeled, nondescript pills.
Ooh, I grab.
Jesus. You're
Mine.
taking? Are you stealing from Ace?
Mine.
As you try and take it from him, can you make a sleight of hand check?
I'm trying to be subtle.
Okay, you're
get a
just
little guidance.
just taking it
You
from
get a
him.
little guidance.
You guys just almost died.
From pills. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not against this decision.
Yeah, I'm not. I just wasn't expecting it that way. Just yoink.
mine?
Yeah, no.
I'll say you are fast and stronger than Ace at this moment, so you can take
Huge.
it from him. And he
nice.
just like looks up and is like, "Don't worry, they're prescribed. I'm supposed to take them. Come on, give them back."
I don't believe that at all.
Yeah, seen by what we have just seen here, I'm inclined to say that I don't believe you.
Right? Like from where?
Those are
Oh.
like totally.
You see this place? There's no pharmacy
Can I
here.
can I look at the pills? Can I tell what they are?
I was actually about to ask the same thing.
Yeah.
If one of you wants to make a survival check.
Can I
Wouldn't that, like,
do it
quite
at
literally
advantage
be a
because
medicine check?
I literally
Fine,
spent
do a
majority of my
medicine
time-
check. I'm thinking.
Literally
I got
pills.
Wouldn't that literally be? Alright, actually, that's you. Okay.
Actually.
I got
Claire,
a
I
sub 22. Oh my
Claire.
god! We're twinning!
I got
Oh,
23.
Damn.
Hey yo. We
I
all
got
know
a
what this
natural
is.
20.
Oh my
What the
God.
hell? All of you know what these fucking pills are.
Oh, we've been around the block a few times. We know what's up.
Yeah.
We know our
I feel
drugs.
like with Otto has literally taken those poisonous plants. Could probably get a general idea if it was made by something they've ingested themselves.
I had a wild youth.
Well, little history lesson. Back in 1322, they didn't necessarily have names for what, like, the medicine was, like, for. But you can assume from the shape, the size, the amount of them, that it's some sort of medication for that someone would take to ease their mind mentally.
It's lithium. It's for schizophrenia.
Yes, I guess you could say that.
Oh, for real?
If you want to say that it's that, go for it. But you just know that it's some sort of medication for a mental illness. He says, don't even, I've heard it all before. The next thing that you're going to say is that I'm not imagining things and you're actually here, isn't it?
No,
Oh
Nope.
no,
we're
we're
actually
here.
here.
No, just gonna ask where's your wallet.
Oh, I've gotten
probably
better at
like-
distinguishing your games, dickhead, even the one you choose for Rock
Really,
Crusher.
Virtue's just gonna point. Virtue's just gonna like tap Ace on the shoulder. It's just like, can your illusions touch you?
Yeah, and while they're doing that, I'm probably gonna start picking up what I can assume is Ace's clothes and like
I wouldn't
t-
touch it.
lightly tap his arm with his clothes.
Damn. You
We're just
all
touching him.
you all
I'm touching his shoulder.
I'm trying
starts
to keep his clothes.
Otto and Virtue, without a word, try and like touch him on the shoulder, and you see him like
Right, cop a fear.
shrink away and sort of like hide under the blanket. And it says, "Whoa, cannot do that. Okay, you've tried to do it before. I mean, what is that one supposed to symbolize?" This is pointing over towards Maverick. "And what are you supposed to symbolize? Is that someone that I burned at the stake because I thought it was me, and you're someone that I'm gonna be in the future? Please, I'm much clever for that. You're not supposed to touch me, okay?"
Yeah, we're
I
doing
just-
like a
I just want to give you your clothes.
we're doing a Christmas Carol kind of thing. Yeah, we're the ghosts of Christmas future.
Hey,
if you don't change your ways,
Rockcrusher,
bad things will
Rockcrusher.
come.
Shut up.
What's Christmas? Is that some sort of holiday in this dimension that you're coming from?
Yes, yeah, it's
Shut up.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna like as they're doing this, I'm gonna put Ace's clothes like on the bed.
put Ace's clothes on.
Yeah.
You know the Maverick
look
like
at me,
goes
I'm
over to
aged.
Virtue. You know what you saw in the alleyway earlier?
Ghost, yes.
Leave
Damn.
Ghosts, yes.
So traumatized.
I am inclined to believe that Ace here believes that he's also seen ghosts like the one that you saw. He believes that they are
It's-
also
Oh, really? You're gonna talk for me now? Great. I can't even think in my own mind anymore.
I
Who
think
invited this guy? Shut him up.
I personally think that if Ace is taking medication, that there is not a clear distinguish if it is illusions, and which I also know about, or if it's ghost, which now I also know about. So I have 2 experiences now under my belt, which is fantastic.
I'm
A-
of the impression he's quite heavily self-medicating.
Ace,
Yes,
Are you okay?
strange person that I've never met before.
Damn.
are you alright?
Who could say? I don't
You.
know. Whatever happened to the man that was we took a nap and he was supposed to wake up and then I was supposed to give him his first experiencing of me shoving my penis in his asshole. Where did he go?
He's,
okay.
he died, and right now he was
No.
thrown out the window, and he is a pancake on the floor.
Yeah.
Again? Ugh, you didn't even pay
Again?
me.
Is this a common occurrence? Wait.
Well, his clothes are in the living room, so he probably left his wallet, so you could
money
steal
too?
whatever's in there.
No, that's my wallet.
Rock Crusher? No, it's not. Did you
Hey.
fuck a man to get money? No? Then it's not yours.
Hey, if you
We've all
want
been-
to fuck
we've
a
all
man
been
to
there.
get money, then, you know, I have some clientele that would love to hear from you. They love some bigger men. They do.
I
There
don't-
you go, Rock Crusher.
Maverick looks
There's your
horrified.
job.
She is.
Oh,
Okay.
is this what this is about? You got two clientele that want me? Oh, I get it. If that's what you wanted, then why didn't you say so?
Because that isn't what we wanted.
Not at all. Please
Oh,
no.
okay, let's
Oh,
just-
okay, so you're
Please.
both into
Oh.
women then, is what you're saying. Well,
I
lucky
am
for you. Lucky for you, I could be your man, as he shifts into being
God.
a female version of himself, and your woman. He holds up his finger to his mouth and reaches over
I'm
towards
not the same.
over the bed and just vomits all over the floor. Oh, that was nice.
Can for research purposes, I want to see a female Ace now. What you see in your head, but I feel like, or I guess Amar Singe is going to take like a step back from the throw up. It's just like, how about Maverick? Can you get a glass of water for our friend here so that they could start sobering up. You can keep the clothes there. Otto, can you
Maverick-
try and find a mop
Maverick
ye-
also looks like she's about to
or towels?
throw up as she walks out to get a glass of water.
Yeah, and Otto probably. You said there was like a bathroom area, correct? Otto's
There
probably gonna
is.
go there, and if
Mop,
there are like those
towels.
and if there's any like cleaning supplies, Otto's gonna grab that and try to clean up the throw up as best they can.
The cleaning method varies. Is it hardwood or carpet floors?
Yeah,
There is a rug, but
Oh,
He
throw
throws
out
on
the
the
whole
rug.
rug. Throw out the whole rug.
You
I
want
mean
me to burn it?
the owner of this apartment is dead, out the window, so
I mean it's still good to like. I don't think anyone wants to see it nor smell it, so it's probably good to clean a bit of it so the smell isn't as pungent.
I guess.
Why do you
So-
care?
So what do you
Because-
mean again? Do your clients often just end up dead?
Oh, you know, they usually commit suicide afterwards. Absolute show-offs, if you're talking to me. Apparently, they think that having sex with me is their last wish in life, or at least a changeling or something like that. And then they always end up dead. Usually they don't fly out the window, but to each their
You
own.
know,
I feel like I
Wow.
should be concerned.
Maverick comes back with the glass
It's-
of water and hands it to Ace.
it's amazing to know that the state of Faust still has not changed from when I was last here.
Last
Oh my-
year you live here or something. Thank you.
Used to.
What, did you want to leave because the trash was too far, too much for you?
No, I left because of, let's just say the crime was starting to affect me personally.
Oh, trust me, been there, as he holds up his left arm, which does not have the prosthetic on it. It's okay, trust me. You either end up dead from all of the stress, use drugs to deal with all the stress, which I didn't do for quite some time, or something in between. You'll survive, trust me. And I know Tavli personally. I can make sure that gets what he's coming for, just for you, sweetie.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
oh, thank you. The tape life is not part of my issues, but I appreciate it.
That's interesting. You guys have never been able to give me things before. This is kind of fun.
Yeah. How about you just let's drink the water and take a moment to breathe. Now we don't have to smell for up. Do you want me to go look for his wallet for you?
No, it's okay. I know Rock Crusher would want it. To repair the door that I broke in, even though he already fixed it. He
You
takes
already
it
paid
more
him
than
for
me.
that, so
I haven't seen a new door.
Well,
I'm-
Rock Crusher, it's because you're not the Rock Crusher. So, I would be shocked if you've seen the door.
That's right, everyone. I'm a replacement. Rockcrusher died.
Jesus
ago.
Christ.
you know what?
You
Virtue's gonna go
are
and look for that wallet.
I'm a changeling. I'm a changeling now.
What a plot
Maverick's
twist.
gonna follow.
I'm gonna search that guy's
Mar-
clothes for the wallet.
I'm gonna just keep it on ice to make sure that he actually drinks the water and isn't doing anything out there.
Not choking on it.
Yeah, make sure there's
Maverick
no
is-
pills randomly.
Snuffed out.
I got an 18 on investigation.
Okay.
I would like Maverick to kind of like go over to Virtue and
Mhm.
try and whisper,
Mhm.
and just be like, did Ace just say that they would be able to take care of you, quote unquote, in a in a not good way?
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot. Wait, did I tell Maverick that? Did I tell Maverick? I think no, she knew. She knows it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she
okay. I like had to think about it for a second because I was like, "How the fuck?" And I'm like, "Wait, it's coming back to me slowly." Okay, it's been a month. I needed a reboot.
I was like, we talked about this.
I need a reboot. Yes.
I thought that they were supposed to be your ally.
It's a little one-sided because I hurt them in the past when I was, not my best self. And I've been trying to make it up to them, and I thought it was going okay. But apparently,
It seems to me that they might be trying to more or less from what I've gathered, get on your good side to let your guard down?
Well, and it's working. And I'm just gonna keep looking for that wallet.
Okay.
I found it like half an hour ago.
Do you want to make an investigation check? Whoever's higher finds the wallet.
Okay.
Maverick will help Virtue search for the wallet.
15.
Yeah.
Wait, I also got an 18.
Oh, I thought you said 15.
No, I got an 18.
I got 15.
Virtue.
Oh, you
get-
got 15.
Oh, I was gonna say Virtue gets a
Ah.
guidance. But-
Yeah, I found it first.
Yeah.
Woo!
Fortunate. You do
Does it have
find
money?
this
Does it
wallet.
actually have money in it?
It does have money in it.
Give me it now.
He's going feral.
Away. Get away.
First, she's like holding it to their chest and walking back over the ace.
Maverick is just like shooing Rock Crusher away, just like in between Virtue and Rock Crusher.
Hissing at you.
Maverick and Virtue bonding? Question mark?
You don't scare me, you big lizard.
Give me the money.
Well,
I know where you live.
as you walk back over to Ace, you see him and Otto. You can confirm that he takes the glass that Maverick gave him and he just chugs it all in one go. And he closes his eyes and sort of like takes a deep breath in and out. And then he opens his eyes and you see his body language specifically shift from not really giving a shit like he did before to immediately closed off as he pulls the blanket up to basically his neck again. And you see his eyes, they're no longer faded and cloudy anymore. And you can definitely tell based off of the fact that he's looking at you very annoyed and angrily, going, "What the fuck are you all doing in here?"
Ace is back.
Oh, okay.
Like, first
Ace,
she's
your clothes are
gonna...
right there. I'm gonna like point next to him on the bed.
Joyous times.
Singe is just going to offer the wallet. And just like, I found it in his suit jacket.
That doesn't change a thing. Who the fuck are you, and why are you two in my room?
Well, you can
Well.
call me Singe.
Oi.
I'm accompanying the fire starters as a guide for vows.
Can you make a deception check?
Sure. I think I get wait, I have to look. I'm pretty sure I get advantage because I'm passing off as someone else. Actor, +1 charisma. You have advantage on deception or performance checks when passing yourself off as a different person. Yeah.
Can
This
Um,
one?
Maverick go over to, like, quote unquote?
Soft
Sin.
20.
Oh wait, maybe you don't need it. Okay.
Mm.
Well, I'll take it. If you need
Oh,
if not,
guidance?
I'll take
You
it.
get guided. Okay.
I'll take a plus. Is it a plus
get-
4?
D4. It's a D4.
You will need it. I'll just say that.
Get a little guidance.
23.
That is unfortunate. But not for me!
Uh-oh. I've been caught.
You hold out the wallet to him, and he doesn't say anything necessarily like saying that he knows who you are, but you could see from the way that he looks at you, it's not like a stranger sort of like he's creeped out because you're a stranger. How long have you all been in Vouse for?
A
How
while.
long have we been in vows for?
Great
A
question.
day.
I think it
2?
More than a day.
Yeah,
Okay.
you slept here twice, so.
This is like the third
so we've
day.
been here for like 2 to 3 days. Yeah, so we're on our third day right now.
2 or 3 days.
About 3.
I wasn't aware of the situation. God, fuck the hearts. Please excuse me. Get out of the goddamn way. You see him get up, you see him throw the blanket off of himself, but quickly before you can see his fully naked body, which no one wants to see, you see his body sort of shift. He shifts out of the female version back to himself, and you see that sort of this form of like an oversized white dress shirt and black dress pants and a tight corset forms around his body, you know, the natural outfit that you've seen him wear before. And he sort of gets up and stumbles his way, like kind of pushing past you a little bit too close for comfort. There's definitely a way he could have avoided you all. As he walks over to a desk that's in the room with a small mirror standing on the table. And he opens up a little bag full of facial products of stuff and starts to bat away at his face.
Makeup, emergency makeup, I guess.
There's a change to
mean,
makeup.
I had a feeling that before I should have done Zone of Truth to ask him questions, but I didn't.
Yeah.
That's
Did
predatory.
he take the wallet?
too late now.
He did not take the wallet.
Zone of Truth, goddammit.
I guess first she's just gonna put that in their pocket then, and then walk over. Keeping a distance.
So
We'll just kind of like watch for a moment and then look at everyone else like, what are we doing?
Telepathically, really quickly to Virtue.
Oop.
It's definitely gonna be Otto's voice. I'm gonna say that now. We'll ask the question about if we're gonna do the whole quest thing, not even quest, the whole thing with that one guy. How he
Quest?
wants us to. Why do you
Quest?
feel like that? Quest? Quest?
Don't say quest. I want to go to quest. This place
Oh my
sucks. I
God.
want to go to quest.
The job.
Oh
the
my God.
job that quote unquote was given to us. Are we gonna take care of that now? Because if I don't remember if it's public knowledge. So out of character, really quick, I don't remember if it was public knowledge that Ace was the I'm blanking. My head's
Leader.
spinning.
Hearts?
Yes, thank you.
from what you know,
Or at
that
least
is
knew
not
of
public.
them. Okay.
Wait, so this guy sees Ace as the leader of the Hearts, right?
All that Adam said was ask the leader of this performance group to have a meeting with him.
Oh, the leader of the performance group. Okay, so not the specific group. Got it. I
I think that was the Joker.
you see Virtue like almost look concerned for a second because of a voice in their head, but then relaxes when they realize it's you.
My bad, I forgot.
I was like, replies, I'm not sure. Seem a little busy.
Really quickly, out of character, were we ever given like a deadline or no?
I don't remember one.
Not explicitly, but he told you to be fast about it.
Okay.
Are
Oh, we don't want to push Ace, so.
you going to be late to something? Changing the accent a little bit because I'm undercover. Ha.
Talking to me.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Late is one way to say it. Why are you guys even here? You don't care enough to stop by and say hello out of the blue. I know you guys hate me, so there's gotta be a reason you're here.
Well, we don't
Quest.
hate you.
Here for quest. Looking for
I've
quest.
never hated you.
Well, Virtue
Please.
went to say something, but then realized that technically this Singe persona would not know Ace at all, so just immediately clamped shut.
I know you all hate me. Don't even fake it. He turns around in his chair to look back at all of you. You, he turns to Otto, you're my ex that still hates me because I ran off after we had sex and probably blames yourself for the reason that I was trying to go sober and to never experience sex like that again. He points towards Rockcrusher and says, you are upset because I slammed your door in. Oh, God forbid. You, he points towards you,
Just a bit of a funny joke.
Amar. And he says, I'm the physical embodiment of everything you hate and want to pretend never existed. And he ends on Maverick. And you, who are you even supposed to be? Like,
Who are you?
Good question. Who am I?
Doing?
She's just gonna sigh. She's like, Ace, you're not.
not what? I'm not that.
The embodiment of everything that I don't want to happen.
You keep telling
You've never
yourself
been
that,
that.
Virtue.
I'm not telling myself it, I'm telling you it because I know it.
Well, just in case you need, I know a good dealer for some medication that will help you. Oh, and I need to thank you, actually. I've gotten a lot better at checking for liars after watching you for so long, so I guess I can owe you as more of a role model than, well, you already are, as he gestures to his arm and turns back around. But still, what do you want from me? Information? Do you actually want to have sex with me one of these times? Because I thought that day would never come.
We wanted to make sure that you were all right.
Really?
That is the truth. Do I need what else more that we need to do to persuade you?
You know
I'm-
what, Ace? If you've gotten so good at telling from people from lying, and I am a shit liar, then I'm telling you this. I don't see you as a figment of everything I've done wrong. I actually do care about you. I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have taken the pills out of your mouth and stopped you from overdosing if I didn't care about you.
Okay. Overdosing is a strong word. I was just taking my prescribed medication, okay?
A little too many? Seeing how many pills were in your mouth? Or just gonna look at the floor. It's just like, I wonder how many I had to put my hand in your mouth to take out of your mouth. And that is not even the ones that you have digested.
And that's how many I'm supposed to take. Is there something wrong with that?
Well, no one is supposed to take that many pills.
No,
No
doctor.
Well, I am not no
Sprout.
average person now, am I?
You're a changeling. You still have the same dosages as many people, and especially since you're smaller than most people. You
Are
should
you
not be
calling me
taking that many.
skinny?
Yes, I am calling you skinny.
Wow, that's nice for the ego.
And especially, you shouldn't be taking that many if you are skinny.
Well, that's not what my doctor says. So, are you my doctor now? Did you amputate my arm? Sorry, that was a joke. You can laugh, it was funny.
Ace, are you saying that you're your own doctor?
I'm not my own doctor, Virtue. I'm not that much of an idiot.
Well, whoever your doctor is trying to kill you.
And many people have, and many more people will. It's not a shock.
You to get killed.
Yeah, well, some people just want to die.
Up.
You know, for once I agree with you, Rock Crusher.
Yes, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a little unfair that you think that we all hate you, especially if you're learning from Virtue, that you can sniff out lies. I think you'd be able to tell that. I don't think anyone in this room hates you.
You see him sort of stop doing his makeup and sort of sit there. You can see from the reflection in the mirror that he's working with that he's sort of he has his eyes closed and he's sort of clenching his face a little bit. Is this about Elena? Is that why you're here?
It's why I'm in vows. But it isn't why I'm talking to you.
If we're not here for the climate.
Then what are you here for?
Your coworker told
That's
us what was happening here and to check on you.
Fucking Krista. Oh, I've told her many times before that that's just who I am. Gosh, she never understands. Well, you're very kind for checking up on me, aren't you? You see Ace stop abruptly while he's trying to glam up his face. And you see him starting to look through the small makeup pouch. At first it's slow, but it soon picks up into a frantic pace and shuffling through this little pouch. And he almost turns this whole table upside down looking for something. God damn
What are
it,
you
where is
looking
it?
for?
My blush, dipshit. He stands up and starts checking around the floor and around the table. He's breathing and jerking around as he's very anxious about not having this thing. Where the fuck did it go? I need it. They won't like me otherwise.
Why does a changeling need makeup?
Do I need to spell it out for you, Come for Brain? I usually shift, but I can't do it to the same degree under medication. So in order to be pretty again, I need my goddamn blush.
Ace, you don't need makeup to look good. You look amazing the way you are.
Oh, stop trying to
Oh,
blow me
well
off and
then.
just find it.
Who's little
I
on the
guess
nose?
Virtue will try to help find it.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, when looking around, do we see it anywhere?
Not directly around anywhere. But you do see that next to the front door, which you kind of skimmed over because of making sure that what the situation that's going on in the bed. Maverick, you do remember seeing this, being so close to the door. You saw a small little red bag right next to the entrance to the entrance to this room, I should say.
Maverick will kind of like think, like she's like, you can see her like she's thinking for a moment, then she'll turn and walk over to the door and pick it up. However, slightly reluctantly, but reluctance, and she hands it back over to Ace.
He snatches it out of your hand and runs back to his makeup station, relief completely washing over him as he finds it in the little bag and dashes on the blush. After a few more seconds of very fast makeup and a big deep breath, he stands back up and he sort of slicks back his hair, which again, just to re-describe, is longer than usual. And his body language, speech, hair, clothes, and makeup all look just like the old Ace. You can't even tell that only a few minutes prior he was probably overdosing. It's kind of impressive how fast he can turn over a look.
Yeah. Bro got that shit on.
Do makeup better than I do.
I don't think there's anyone who could do it better.
I've learned since a young age.
Where are you heading now?
Wait, shut up and listen. As you see him walk over to the window and look out of it. Virtue, have you ever wondered what damage you've caused? Have you ever wanted to see it firsthand?
Sometimes we were about to get fucking arrested.
I feel like Virtue's just gonna slowly walk over.
Ugh.
What do you mean?
That building, you see him pointing, the Capitol. Do you see all those people around it? Do you
Yes.
Just watch. Just watch. And being on the 6th floor of this building, you see much more of the city from this height than you would from the bottom floor. You can see the roofs of most of these buildings. They're nasty, falling in. There are even some people living on top of them. There are fire pits that aren't being used because it's in the summer, but looking closer at the Capitol building, you see that there is a crowd of people at the bottom of this building. And one of the sides of this building, the one facing outward towards the river, is sort of opened. It's flopped open from the top, and it's sort of creating this balcony that you can see people sitting on, standing on. Specifically, two people. There's one that looks like one of the figures that surrounded the building, the dark cloak. You can't really tell what type of person is underneath it. And another one, a woman that is completely naked with their hands tied behind their back and a sack over their head. And you can tell that there is also a voice speaking down to this crowd. It doesn't seem to be coming from either person on the balcony. It seems much larger and much more booming from a different location, close to the Capitol, but not those two people. The voice says, and all of you can hear it. You can decide if you want to go up to the window and see it for yourself. The voice says,
Definitely gonna go look.
"Ladies and gentlemen of Vaus, the Capitol has evidence to believe this woman to be connected to the killer running rampant in the city. To prove her guiltiness or innocence, we will inject her with this. This is the only way to learn decisively if she is guilty or not. This device has the ability to tell us the truth. If she is innocent, then the device should have no effect. She will be taken inside until the device is gone, given compensation, and be released. If she is guilty, then her body will implode under the weight of her lies." You're too far away to see how they're going about getting this device, they say, into the victim. You can't even see what the device is. All you see is the aftermath. The woman falls limp. To the people below, they can't see her, but to you, who are much higher up than them, you can see that her body is twitching and convulsing more than a normal person should. People run out and drag her body out of the line of sight before anyone else can see what happens. And you hear the voice again. "It seems our evidence has brought an innocent soul into our hands. She will be given a relaxing stay until the device is gone, as well as compensation of 3 platinum for the inconvenience. Have a good day, and Virtue, you know all too well what he's about to say next. May the day bring you wealth, and all hail to the Bonafets."
Jesus Christ.
They gonna do that to you?
Oh, they'd do much worse if they found out it was you. That was Black Jack speaking. He looks over to all of you with a more flirtatious and mischievous look, almost the same as when you first met him in the Harvest Festival. "The leader of all of the suits. Before you ask, no, I'm not the leader of all of them, and no, I'm not shifting to be him either, because how could I possibly be in 2 places at once? Anyways, he's what ties the suits to the Capitol. Whatever we want to, though I don't want to, we only get because of him. I mean, nothing gets out of this city free and unscathed. The hearts were happy when it was just us, but all of a sudden, and obviously a coincidence, the changelings are now suffering because of it. And not just us, but the general population. And the people are dying because of it. They're dying because of your influence over the city, whether or not you want to accept that it was you or not.
Claire, really quickly, what eye color does Ace have right now?
His eyes
I
are
guess
blue.
throughout the entire conversation. Okay.
His eyes have been blue the whole time.
Okay.
Can he would definitely pass the
Virtue is just kind of gonna stare out at where the scene once was, and it's like, who is Blackjack? Where did he come from?
I met him when I first came to Vaus. He was the person that gave us everything that we have. He's the one that works in the capital for us. No one gets to see the faces of some of the suits leaders if they choose, but especially not Blackjack. And if you get caught shifting into him, God forbid what happens next.
So that's what they meant. Huh. I remember Joker introduced himself as him once.
Actually, hold
You've
on,
interacted with Joker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
He actually, I meant to get in contact with you, but I guess I had gotten in contact with Joker.
Where? Okay, I'm gonna obsess over this now because I think I sent the messages to Ari, but then of course we've talked a lot since then.
Of the
But
cards?
what? No, of that guy in the red that was killing people and leading them down that chase with the bottles.
Okay,
He
I
was
know what
from
you're
the
talking about.
diamonds.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, but I can't remember. Fuck.
And is that one of diamonds?
Couldn't tell you.
I asked because I believe we met him.
Him is in diamond.
Possibly a red cloak was leading people into cemeteries to kill them.
Oh, you're thinking of the wrong person. The diamonds haven't existed for much of a long time.
So someone is posing as them.
Well,
Hold the phone.
the leader exists, but the group has far been disbanded because of, some illness. It's no big deal.
Wait, Ari, wasn't there? Didn't he leave a card?
Yes, he did.
He left a card. You picked it up, I think. Or was it me? Is it me or you?
If I
No, it was one of
remember correctly, it was left by you. It was left near you because you were hiding behind something, and it was left by you. Because I remember you read something and there was a card, I believe. Remember?
No, I was thinking about when you guys jumped him.
Oh, the jumping. I
Oh.
think so. I don't remember who picked it up, but I remember there was a card.
I don't really remember who either, I'm going to be honest. But you do have an Ace of Diamonds card.
Yeah. We have a lot. We have a handful of cards between.
We can start playing card games.
Make a deck.
For real.
Play blackjack,
Anyway, though, it's like, well, maybe someone's posing because I believe they left a card with the diamonds on it upon their departure.
Of course.
There's a lot going on in the city.
Can all of you make a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh,
While we're doing that,
fuck
Claire, I actually have a
mine.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
When it because I don't remember all the details. I remember there were figures on the roof of the building. They were wearing red cloaks, correct?
From what you just
remember-
saw?
From the day we saw them, the figures either late at night or in the morning, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
You described to me that I think either me or the pseudo dragon, I don't remember who saw it first, saw figures on the roof, and during that time a pigeon or some form of bird got close and this white liquid shot at the bird and absorbed it, just took it in.
Yes.
And if I remember correctly, you also said that they were wearing red hoodies.
They were. They kind of circle around the bottom of the Capitol building, and the person that was inserting this device into the changeling looks just like the people that are surrounding the Capitol building. I will say the person that you saw, that you fought, did not look like that. Or they still had, they were wearing red, but
My main thing was wondering if the clothes were the same, like, look, like, not of the same, what's it called? Somewhat of the same design, I guess I should say. Like, if you looked at them, would you think they were associated with each other?
From the type of fabric, yes, but both outfits are very different.
Okay. Thank you.
Random guys hanging out on the roof.
How many
17.
of you...
I got a 20.
I have to roll. Give me a sec.
Okay.
I was too busy trying to figure out shit.
I got a 21.
If I get pushed out this window, I'm gonna be so sad.
Which one of you decided to go up to the window?
I did. I know I did.
Me.
So I got a natural 1, so that's a 3.
God damn it, Mono.
I swear to God. Next thing you know, Otto turns to fucking dust.
Danger sense. I just know this shit's happening.
I knew something was gonna happen if I went to the window, but
I didn't say it before, but I was like, I totally just want like Maverick to like stand a little bit behind and like just be there in case anything happened.
Well,
But I didn't want to talk over anyone.
oh
I don't think that problem.
no. Whenever Route Crusher starts to talk, we just shut up. You know, his voice is just so booming.
God, and I have a squeaky ass voice.
If you don't
Does
want
that
to walk up to the window, then you don't, because you didn't tell me that you did. So I thought it was just Virtue and
Yeah.
Otto.
I don't believe it's just me and Otto.
Virtue gets JFK'd, like, her head just explodes, it's over. Campaign
No!
finished, Virtue's dead.
I'm still in my disguise. They have no reason to shoot me yet.
Sniped.
Shoot you, what? Anyways, what were all of your rolls again? One more time for me.
3.
Not gonna forget that one.
17.
21.
Yes.
Okay, 22.
Okay. You see, first, it happens in a few stages, very fast, but it all happens. You see that Ace, as you're sort of talking, his eyes shut and his body almost uncontrollably shifts to the side and falls back on the floor right onto his back. At the same time that happens, you see an arrow tipped with a black matter whizzing through the window. It doesn't have any glass to be stopped. Whizzes through the window and goes right past his head. And at the same time, you see 4 more arrows coming through this window trying to go towards all of you. Some of you made it. You could just say that. Some of you did. Some as in almost all. The only person that failed was Otto, so...
Surprise.
Otto, you
Yep.
take... Sorry, I just gotta roll some things.
You take 50
Ow.
damage.
Take an arrow in the neck is what you take.
That is true. You take 13 piercing damage and 14 necrotic damage.
Ha! Joke's on you. Whoever did, I think either get half or immune to it, and then whoever shot that arrow gets hurt. Fuck them.
Damn. But the rest of you managed to avoid these arrows.
I'm hitting the deck.
You've
I don't know
never
why.
seen,
I'm getting
you've just
down.
never seen Rockrush so exciting. He's had to endure
Yes.
the ramblings of a drunken madman
I
for the
don't know
last
why.
hour, and
There he
finally
goes.
something exciting has happened for him.
What do you do?
I'm flying out the window.
I don't know why. I'm just imagining. I don't. Oh God.
I'm zeroing in on the first person on the rooftop I see.
I like to imagine Otto gets shot, like most likely maybe like the chest or something.
Yeah, I
Right
want
at your
Maverick
heart.
to like almost like lunge forward towards do I have a shield? Do I have a shield? I think I have a shield. Yeah. I want to go forward and like pull Otto off to the side and like put the
We don't-
shield in front of them.
We don't do shields around here.
Yeah, fucking pussy.
Oh. Too bad I have a shield. I'm a paladin, bitch.
Virtue's just on the floor.
I was like looking at the arrow. I love to imagine I was just like looking at the arrow and just like steps to the side as Maverick's like trying to shield the mission. I was just like, I'm fine. This isn't the first time I've been shot with an arrow. Though this arrow does have something on it. And like Otto would like pull it out. And Claire, I'm wondering because you said it had black substance on it, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it
I'm gonna
did.
be right back.
Is there any left on the arrow? And if not,
I'll be right
do I
back.
see any like on my chest? Like, is it black? Is it having any sort of effect on me? Like, I know you said it was probably necrotic shit, so it's probably eating at me, but still.
It looks like it's a very interesting sort of like concoction of stuff. It seems very similar to what the knife that the man used to, kill himself, you think? Sorry, that was very derogatory. To commit suicide. And you see that it's not painful, or it isn't very painful because you can't really feel it. But you can see that it's sort of eating away at the skin on your body. And you can tell for a fact that there is blood coming out of the skin that's dropping. Even though you aren't supposed to have any of that. So that's more shocking you than the blood. But as well as that,
I'm actually bleeding.
yeah, as well as that, Rock Crusher had thrown himself out the window. And no, he's gone at the moment, same with Maverick. But you all, at least Virtue and Otto, hear a knock at the door.
Well,
It's
Maverick is
wide
still there.
open, so who's at the
Oh,
door?
you said that you had to be right back. That's what I was referring to.
Sorry, I just had to use the bathroom really quick.
That's okay.
Mhm.
You three hear a knock at the door.
Virtue, first and foremost, after hitting the deck, take your fire. Probably look to Ace. Like, are you alright?
You see that he's still kind of in his head as he's kind of like, it's weird how his body kind of just like isn't moving correctly. But eventually he like slams on his head pretty hard with his hand and he's like, yes, I'm fine. Never been better. You
Are
hear
you
another knock
expecting
on the
visit-
door.
Are you expecting visitors?
Not for a while, unless this is my next client, but I haven't had anything with arrows bled in whatever that is in any of my contracts.
And is the knock aggressive, or is it just like a little gentle knock?
You hear the first two knocks, and then you hear it knock again, and muffled behind the door, you hear, "Hey, yous hasn't been back in a while. What's going on in there?"
Oh my god, it's her, it's
Ah.
Krista!
Krista's here. Lovely.
What would
I feel like
Rock
Virtue's
Crusher.
gonna...
Well, we'll do Rock Crusher first because his is more urgent of a
Okay.
matter. You, Rock Crusher, you immediately fly out this window
Oh yeah.
to look around for whoever the fuck was throwing arrows into your apartment. Can you make an investigation check? Or perception, whichever one you want.
Perception. Not terrible. Well, no, it's pretty shit. 12.
And you see that there isn't really a building close to you that have a good vantage point into this room specifically. You can't see anyone on a rooftop. It doesn't seem like there's anything weird going on outside, as if the arrows kind of came out of thin air.
I'll land on that guy's head. I throw out the window.
Of course, like perching.
And just walk back up the stairs.
Gotcha. Well, as you're walking up the stairs, we'll go back to you three. Virtue, what were you gonna do? Sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're fine. Virtue probably would... Or look to see if there's any more arrows, and then try to make a very quick run for the door to open it
Okay.
and basically drag Krista in, but drag her down and point at the arrows that miss.
You, thankfully there aren't any more arrows coming from any direction. And you drag Krista in, and she's like, whoa, there's no need to drag me. What's going on in here?
Well,
Someone's shooting arrows at us.
yeah, that's the current situation. But overall, Ace is fine. The guy that he was with is not. And Ace even had time to get all dolled up before arrows started coming through the window and almost hit all of us.
Yeah, and fuck you, by the way, for bringing these assholes to tell me that I'm fine. I would have been fine either way, Krista. Whatever as you say, asshole. Whatever as you say. Where's your other friend? Is he coming?
He went out the windows to try and figure out who shot those arrows.
Hear a knock on the door. Hello?
Like, actually, here we hear
Yeah.
him knock on the door.
You-
I walked down. I landed
he
on the
walked
floor.
back up the stairs.
Um,
Nope, he's back.
slowly
Yes, later.
opens the door again. How did you get there?
Would you like to hear about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Oh my god, slams the door in his face.
No, it's me. I'm just kidding.
If Virtue looks at Chris and says, "This is what I have to deal with. This is what I have to deal with 24/7.
I am just trying to bring some levity to a very serious situation here, okay? This man nearly killed himself, and we've just been shot at.
Virtue's gonna open the door. Did you see who shot at us?
No, unfortunately. I was a little too excited in the moment, and I got a bit carried away.
I think I might know who's was up to this.
Who?
Please do tell.
Where do they live?
Relax, Rakasha.
You see in different parts of the room around you, these people sort of come back out of thin air. They just form right in front of you. All of them being changelings that you have never met before. They each have, there's 4 of them in each corner of the room. They have a symbol of a club tattooed on their cheeks. And Krista says, they're in here with ya, before shifting into another changeling that you don't recognize. And they all pull out weapons.
Lovely.
Oh,
Suddenly that window's looking really nice.
Yeah.
Well,
have to agree.
You was about to be like, hey, could I get some help with the fact that I'm bleeding, that I shouldn't be? Nah, we're about to get into a fight. Never mind.
you're about to get into a fight next week.
Fuck!
Is
I killed
that the
myself.
end of session?
Well, aren't you not gonna be able to do next week because of your own
No.
vacation?
No, I won't.
Yes, I'm edging Henry just for that, but
This is not edging. This is cock and ball torture.
yes, it is. But yes, this is the end of the session, unfortunately.